the podcast, ready to explore movies they've never seen, diving to the core. I'll watch it later, let's press play together. Talking films we missed in stormy or sunny weather. So grab your popcorn, let's dive into the fray. I'll watch it later, the movies come our way.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to I'll Watch It Later podcast, the podcast where we lie about the movies we've seen to impress our friends. As always, I am Aaron.
There it is.
No D.
Oh, there's all the D. It's Friday
in
night.
your mouth, son.
No.
Joined by my co-host, best friend, and guy who literally rather die than hang out with me, Jordan.
I'm actually dying.
He's
And
really-
hi, everybody.
Really
And
died.
I'm not even faking this.
and as I like to call it, the designated hitter stepped up to the plate.
Fucking Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah,
Right.
Fucking Scott. He is
Batting all of 191.
I haven't got him to say yes to this many things.
I haven't seen the number 191 since high school.
Right?
So, Scott,
Yes.
there, introduce yourself.
You just did.
Okay.
Hi, it's Scott.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So we got a lot to talk about. Sorry we missed 2 weeks. I was out of town. Jordan was sick, and then we
missed
just
1
were
week.
like, whatever. No,
It's
did
only been a
we?
weekend. This is our second weekend.
Okay.
It's been a week.
So yeah. This show, snack show, got lots of snacks for you next weekend.
We do.
Go to our
Unless
iTunes.
someone dies.
Who's gonna die?
I don't know.
Me?
We'll see.
Probably after being in this room. One of us will get it.
Yeah, I put the fan on to circulate all the germs.
Oh.
So
Yeah, we keep it in the room.
I can't
Yeah.
wait since I'm going back to LA this weekend to go to the beach.
and then Austin.
I am going to Austin. Yes.
Are you ever home? Does your family know who you are?
So-
Does Scott have to wear a picture on his face?
I had
when
to
he
get-
goes over?
You're finally going home to meet him.
Well,
huh?
hold on a second.
For Christmas, I'm getting Kim a cardboard cutout of Aaron just so someone's here to watch the children.
Go take a picture with your
Well,
father.
Hold on.
Let me get him out of the closet.
The
Literally.
LA trip this weekend is a family trip. We're all going. So taking the kids to the beach.
Yeah.
Huntington Beach.
Oh,
So-
I love Huntington
Yeah.
Beach.
So
Kim, Amoeba Records is not too far from here.
So-
Look, I mapped it out.
We
With
already-
traffic, we should be there in an hour.
Will
So-
you watch the kids while I go to Amoeba?
no.
Kim, go take him to Ruby's at the end of the pier and go get a milkshake. I'll be right back.
I think I could take in Once Upon a Time in China at the new Bev.
Dude,
this
they're
weekend.
doing a Kevin Smith retrospective. Quentin Tarantino's supposed to be there signing feet. I've got to be there.
Parker, you guys will be fine, right? Play with the Frisbee.
Dig a hole, bury them up to their necks, put some food in front of them, make sure the seagulls don't get them, and bounce.
So-
It'll be all right.
I did not get the Pam's coffee cup this time because I had a little situation where the funds got super low while I was on the plane. A bunch of stuff came out all at once. So I was like sweating bullets on how I was going to survive this trip.
All the pickles that he ordered on
But
fucking
I
Amazon.
I was able
Turtle
to survive
dicks.
it. So it's funny.
I didn't realize they were all coming out this week.
Fuck.
So Kim did say we could go back to Pam's Coffee. I get my cup. And
Kim,
then,
we're turning off the electricity this week.
and then we are going to the Funko store. So, yeah.
Why are you going back there? I thought you already went.
I did for her. I need to get mine.
There's no place to park over there, though.
No,
So we're gonna have matching ones. And we're
should I
gonna,
map out the parking structure for you?
maybe?
told
I don't
that
know.
'cause
I have children.
he's like,
I don't
had
want them
to
to
park
get
in this fucking
stabbed.
and walk, and I'm like, dude, remember last time I go, we literally just parked.
I was
I
going
had
to say, though, that
$20
part, you got off light then, because that's cheap. Like, I think that's what we paid when we went all together up to Hollywood. So
I thought it was free.
No, we had to pay.
I think
Oh,
we paid, but
okay.
maybe because we had it validated or I had it done at like Funko or something like that, they did a discount or
cheaper.
something like that.
Maybe.
Like the first hour was free, but then we definitely stayed a little bit longer.
Well,
than
this
before.
was some like Iranian dude who was like
Oh, and you're afraid of getting stabbed? Okay.
$20, and I was like, whatever.
For
So
an extra 15, he'll show you the plutonium he has in his van.
yeah.
No, you park here. You park right in my driveway.
So if for you
Every
guys who don't
sporting
know, well, let me hold on. Go to iTunes, rate us. Go to Instagram, look us up, do all that good stuff. If you don't know what we're talking about, I went to LA last weekend. I did some movie stuff, some movie related things. It was a lot of fun.
Which is unlike you. You don't even have to put that on. That's like redundant. It's like saying,
So I flew to
I'm not
LA
gonna say it. It's racist.
because Kevin Smith did have two films playing at the New Bev, Mallrats and Clerks. I also was able to get a ticket to
It's
the
like, I've never seen those.
to the Vista and see Once Upon a Time in the West.
But he's never seen him in uncomfortable seating.
How does it get more uncomfortable?
Right, because you just realize you're aging and the seats are too, and you're like,
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, can you imagine, like, back then, like, they didn't care about the comfort.
No, they did
why
They were
not.
not?
like, you don't need these reclining
They're like,
heated
the
seats.
smaller they are, the more people we can fit. If
We're
you're
going to lean these so far forward that you're going to have to hold on.
If you're
going to have
fat-
to lean against the chair in front of you just to stay in your fucking
If you're fat, oh well, stand in the back. Like, it just is what it is, guy.
Go get your popcorn, fatty.
Yeah. So I wound up taking a pretty early flight. I landed. I went to this really cool Asian breakfast place. I had that. It was delicious. I rented a car this time. Terrible idea, but it was cheaper than Ubering. So
Pick your poison.
yeah, went parked at the Iranian.
Hostel.
Yeah, where I could park. Started walking down, saw some cool shops. There's a place down there called Hollywood Suit. It's right there. It's very rich. Saw Aaron Paul walking in. Did kind of the da-da-da, like, are you Aaron Paul? But I didn't say it out loud. I just kind of did the double gun point.
Well, no wonder he didn't want anything to do with
Well,
you.
he had his kids, and I said I did say, like, I think you're Aaron Paul, and he said, yes, I am, but I'm with my kids, and I'm not signing anything, and I don't, no pictures, and I was like, totally cool. He was really cool about it, but then he said, he made a comment, and this was going to be stuck in my head forever. He said, I knew this was a bad idea, meaning going out in public, I'm assuming, and I was just like, I'm not going to bother you, Aaron Paul, because you're with your children.
Is that your new bit where you go up to him and be like,
Make
hey,
celebrities uncomfortable.
hey, do you ever tell you look like Finn Wolfhard?
No, I just said, are you Aaron Paul? And he said, yes. And I said, okay. And that was it. I didn't even ask for a picture or anything this time.
See, next time you just got to
No,
so
this is now-
nonchalantly.
He didn't give you the COVID bro situation?
No.
So you just got to, when you see him on the street, you just got to be like, hey man, I'm a big fan,
Yeah.
and leave it at that. Then they feel really good. But when you ask them, then they're kind of like, dude, this guy's fucking gonna ask me something.
Yeah.
You just got to quick to the point, bro. Bitch.
No, you just lean in and you go, science, bitch.
Yeah.
And you just keep walking.
So after that, I felt really stupid that I got to Amoeba Records, and there was a huge TikToker guy that I ran into, and I knew exactly who he was, and I was like, oh, you're the TikToker guy? And he said, yep. And I said, cool. Didn't even ask for a picture or anything.
I knew this was a bad idea.
So it was, yeah, I knew this was a bad idea. It looks at Aaron Paul's kids. I gotta go. I didn't know who you were talking about at first when you gave me the name, and then when you sent me the videos, I still didn't know until I realized he's the one that snorts cocaine and writes a script for a
Yes,
movie and does the
yes.
movie pitches.
He was with
He's funny. I still don't care about him outside of the TikTok.
exactly.
But,
And
you know.
he was with his girlfriend. I wasn't trying to be weird or anything, but he was like standing right next to me, and I was just like, oh, hey. And he's like,
Did you double gun him too?
No.
Hey man, I'm just trying to look at avant-garde nudie videos.
no, I did not. I was just
Hey
like,
man, you ever heard of Pink Floyd?
yeah, Dark Side of the Moon.
Bro, you think these movies are cool? Go check up Severin. I've got so many nude nun movies that you can
You ever
look
heard
at.
Time? It's their best fucking song ever.
No, it isn't.
Hey.
High hopes.
Hey man, I just met Aaron Paul.
I didn't meet him, though. I kind of just
You kind of met him.
kind of talked to him. That was
We're in the
it.
same room.
We're not acquaintances. Same.
He immediately went home
Same
and called fucking Eli
space.
Roth, and he's like, "You're never gonna guess what happened,
Bro, you would not understand what just happened to me. The same thing happened to you, right? I think it's the same guy.
Is he fat? Same guy.
Yeah.
Did he do the double gunpoint bit?
So
Yeah.
What a fucking asshole.
So after I spent a little
Like
time,
he's brushing over this. He's
Yeah.
like, I just don't want to relive it.
I agree. Yeah, there's nothing to read.
I need a new opening line.
Just ricochets.
I guess I do, because this is now 3 in a row.
It's true.
Finn, Eli, and Aaron Paul,
Right.
and they've all given me the please don't ask me for a picture. So,
Please don't talk to me in
Yeah.
public, sir.
yeah, I guess. So
They're like, that's gonna end up on the internet, and I don't.
I wound up going to Amoeba. It was great.
I
You
like
know,
Amoeba.
I stayed there for a couple hours because I didn't really have anything to do. Kim,
I'm jealous because every time we've gone to Amoeba and I've gotten to go, there's always a time crunch. So I don't have the time that I can just go through the stacks, check
Yeah.
out the T-shirts, look through the movies, really kind of absorb how much is really in that place. I love it every time I've gone in. There's always like, you have 30 minutes, go. And it's like, fuck, I don't know where even to go. Like mentally, I don't know where to go right now.
yeah.
So-
Well, I didn't have to be at the Vista until 2, and I landed at like 9. So
Where is the Vista in relation to, say, Amoeba? Because I know like when we went to the other place, you just kind of go south, and then it's kind of in that vicinity.
So if you go to the Vista, it's up towards Sunset Boulevard, and it's right on the corner.
Okay.
It's actually about 2 miles from the Strip, or well, you can call it the Strip.
Oh, so
Hollywood
it's
Boulevard.
closer than the other one.
Yeah, it's way closer.
Okay.
And you park on the street again, and Pam's Coffee's right next to it. So I went and I sat in there for an hour. I know for a fact there was an actress who walked in with her child. Did not know who she was not going to take a picture. But I was like, I've seen her.
The one person that would have taken a picture. She's like, someone could recognize me and say something in public.
She was
like,
with her,
I'm good.
She was with her daughter, dude, and they were eating Captain Crunch. And the husband was like me. He was like,
they're like, if only some rando would just approach us on the street and double gun us,
God.
we'd totally take pictures with them.
The husband was like me. Was like, oh, Quentin Tarantino built this. He rebuilt this.
Oh, he's that guy.
Yeah, and she was like, oh, yeah, I remember so and so telling me, and blah blah blah. And then like they went to this private.
No, you don't understand.
entrance.
35 millimeter.
Yeah,
Bro.
That's half of 70 millimeter.
I wish I would have got to see it in 70 because the Vista's not known for playing 70 films, but I'll take what I can get. So I got some coffee from there, and I got a cupcake, and they let you watch movies on VHS. So I was just sitting there watching some Laurel and Hardy.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then
Like they have like personal little players at the table.
Yeah.
That's a cool bit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a really cool bit.
and so I sat there for about an hour.
What are you watching? Small Wonder.
Yeah,
Well, fucking great.
they only have like a few VHSs. I'm assuming I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how it kind of works because
I'm watching Night of the Sentinels Part 1 and 2. These VHS are from Pizza Hut.
Yeah, and it seems to be like the cool spot everyone kind of like meets at and hangs out at and gets the coffee. Coffee was really good. Pastry was really.
Hey, you don't
really
have to
good.
tell me how good my fucking coffee is. You know how good my fucking coffee is.
That's true. I didn't think of that. It was dude. It was Bob. And
Can't spell it, but
You and my brother.
yeah.
It's not the bit.
Oh Jesus, go buy more bread and butter chips that I want.
Anyway.
Anyways, so
I already said you can't have them. You don't like fucking. You've already proclaimed your hate for bread and butter pickles, so
whatever. Anyways,
can't eat them.
so I walked over. There was a security guard out in front of the Vista. I talked to him for a minute because apparently it's like
Hey,
a
man.
really bad neighborhood.
I've noticed,
and he's
I think
like,
I've noticed you in a movie.
Gee,
before.
somewhere in Hollywood off of Sunset Boulevard is a bad neighborhood. Who would have predicted that?
yeah, been smashing windows in and
They
stuff.
have security guards for the Funko shop.
close.
I'm
I mean,
sure.
anywhere close to Skid Row.
Yeah, it's close.
The band?
Yeah.
You met Skid Row?
The Sebastian Bach Skid Row.
Oh, God, I
The
know.
Lizzie Hale fronted Skid Row.
What do they sing?
Hey,
The
all
hits, but
Skid
just as a
Row
girl.
songs.
Oh,
Lizzie Hale's singing for
not
them now.
Oh, it's not Sebastian Bach.
No.
He hasn't been with the band for
Years.
20 years.
Did he die?
No, he's just
he's doing
out
his
wearing
own stuff.
bandanas and doing shit.
Him and
He looks weird.
Vince Neil are out just wrecking their old fucking songs.
Oh, well, whatever.
Vince.
So then I sat down and I watched Once Upon a Time in the West. Now, let me tell you something. I sat on this podcast and said I hated that movie, and then I kind of changed my mind. after I
Did you
saw
though?
it.
I don't remember
No,
when we
Jordan
talked
did.
about it. I said I wasn't as into it. I think you had a better opinion of it. So when you said you changed your mind, and then I asked why, and then you gave me the "fuck you, I'm driving, don't fucking talk to me" after I start a conversation bit. I just assumed your opinion of it was better.
I believe you were pretty in the middle.
No,
like
so-
I was saying how like
If you go back and listen to that episode,
I would.
I hated it at first, and I rewatched it. I kind of cheated, and I said because after I had read a bunch about it and stuff like that, I was like, I
God,
went
at
back.
the end.
right. You
Internet
said you
changed
kind of
his
had warmed up to the fact
Yeah.
of like what it was. Now before we go any further, and don't say a fucking word.
Oh God, I love this.
Did he or did he not say he does not like sriracha?
I have heard him in the past saying he's over it. I don't know if he says he hasn't liked it, but the internet has told him there's a shortage, so of course he's got to order 90 bottles of it.
I've always liked sriracha.
Because he's
a
like,
short-
I love sriracha. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you have told me that you have hated it.
Well, and here's because it's overdone.
hate-
like it's just the
like, I hate
fervor
you.
for it
No.
is overdone. The problem is that there's going to be a shortage, and he's like, I gotta have it. You're never going to use it once it
Use
gets
it
here.
on pizza all the time, and
All
it's
the
already
time.
here.
And he's already eating pizza. And then it'll be available in like 3 months. Who cares?
Okay.
Like it's not a limited edition thing that's disappearing. It's not a gold bottle.
I used it the other
Apparently,
day.
you can go down to the
Me-
mart down there on Dobson. And there's just
Barkeep.
plentiful.
H Mart.
Another Mekong, please.
Never heard that song.
Can I have the
that a
bottle of
popular band?
sriracha in the back? No,
I've never heard of them.
never heard of them.
Yeah.
Hey, Heather, I'm going to play Music League until the day I die. So keep them coming. More leagues. I need all
we're
the
on
leagues.
round 15 of the punctuality one.
It's just fun.
But
I like
if-
feuding with like.
so if
Gary
Heather
and shit.
is, I don't know,
Gary.
is she
You're not
listening
listening.
live or is
No
she-
one's listening
Okay,
live.
so here's the deal.
no one likes us.
please, for the love of fucking God, set the time limit to like a week. Don't give people 3 months to fucking make.
I like how I was talking about LA
fucking
and
choices.
we just spiral.
Because Eric's just like, oh, I have 3 months. I'm going to use all fucking 95% of that time to not pick songs.
White Knight him. Go.
Eric's a good guy. Leave him alone, man.
And you're supposed to be like, to his credit.
To his credit,
busy.
he's got a lot going on. We have 10th anniversary coming next month. If anyone's listening, 10th anniversary is
If there
Eric
was
Nagel
only
next month, July,
something
June.
that was like you could portably walk around with that is not plugged in anywhere that you could make song selections.
Yeah.
God,
Anyway.
wouldn't that be something?
God, I know. Anyway, so you saw a Western that
So
we
I
all
s-
kind of liked.
So I saw Once Upon a Time in the West. It was a completely different experience. Completely different. Also, the seats in the Vista are for biggins, for big people.
Nice.
Everything in there's new. Everything is redone. It is one of the most beautiful movie theaters I've ever had the pleasure of.
I did like your pictures. I'm like, it's like sitting at, like going to the Orpheum in Phoenix,
Yeah.
but watching a movie.
Dude.
And I'm like, that's kind of neat.
Old school concession stand. They had snow caps. RC Cola on tap. Oh, it was fucking fire.
Royal
dude.
Crown Soda for those who don't know what RC means.
For the late folk.
The bathrooms
For those just joining us.
were immaculate. If I needed to poop like
Were
I did
they-
that one time at the New
were
Bev.
they
It's not a
Buc-ee's?
closet?
Were
No.
they Bucky's level bathrooms?
Yes.
Would you shit and then immediately eat dinner off the floor?
Yes.
Or just even take a shower. I don't know.
Or
it's like
Just
a
immediately
truck stop.
eat your shit off the floor. I mean,
Well.
Stop it.
He was on Skid Row.
Anyways, so
talk about skids.
same exact shtick as the New Bev, except everybody wears like cummerbunds and the bow tie.
It's like working a Hollywood video again.
Yeah, they literally
Fucking hated that.
They give you the speech about your phone and everything, just like fucking New Bev. Then it's the do 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 where everything and it's like
Ooh, I love that song.
Me too.
Immediately
It's my
Aaron's just
favorite.
over there like,
So I'm like, oh, I'm about to watch a fucking 70s exploitation movie.
Yeah, dude.
Something's about to happen.
So-
oh, look, there's Pam Grier's tits in coffee.
So yeah, then it played like coming attractions to the theater. Then I watched Once Upon a Time in the West. It was life changing. Movie is so good in the theater with that sound system with all those people. That was the way. And I'm almost curious as to movies we give bad reviews to, if we would change our minds watching it in a setting like that.
Probably.
'Cause holy fucking shit, was it 180, completely different experience.
I've had complete different experiences watching movies. Like when we went and saw The Thing, I was excited to see it in the theater. The colors were different because it was a real film reel. It wasn't polished. It had the film grain. There was something visceral about it that I never felt before because I just never had that experience. So there are times where if you're in a better setting or meant to see it how it was originally supposed to be seen, yeah, I can see that. That movie does not lend well, even with our big TVs, did not lend well to what I was watching. Because I remember the beginning, you said the Monument Valley, the big vistas. It's a big movie, but I'm sitting in my living room. I've got my phone in front of me. I'm on my couch. I'm not
distractions.
There is, and I'm not as involved in it.
I'm gonna tell you,
In
like
the theater
90%
setting-
of the movies I watch now, I'm scrolling through my fucking phone.
I did that during Diner. I'm like, I gotta look up stuff about Diner, and
Yeah.
I'm watching the movie. I'm like scrolling through. That's why I like the theater experience, and that's why I'm so pissed off about how the theater experience, not even the experience, just how much studios are fucking us all over now. Because a movie comes out, I'm excited, we go see it, we're jerking each other off in the movie theater, and a week later we could have watched it at home, and I'm like, ah. And it's like, why? You're not giving me any incentive.
right.
The idea of seeing something like that on a big screen sounds great. I don't know if I wanted to go all the way to California to do it. If they were playing it here, I would be down. We'll go see it in IMAX or whatever. I don't know. Like some things are meant for the theater, and I understand that, and some things are not.
Yeah.
And that definitely something that I feel like should have probably been in the theater.
back then
That was all you got.
they made movies for the theater.
Yeah.
Now,
So,
they
remember-
are making movies for your TV at home.
I remember when we watched Once Upon a Time in the West, and we all said that the opening scene was like really long.
It felt because they got the flies on
Yeah.
the lips, and you're doing all that.
It went by so fast in the theater.
But it's because you saw it once already, so now you
Maybe.
knew the timing of it.
Yeah.
Like you weren't getting
But
that
there's
firsthand experience.
There's so much to that opening scene, though.
I know. It's
I
so
mean,
good. Get
just-
out of here, you Monica! I don't want
You
to
look at
watch me
everything that's
die.
filmed in 4K now, and you're like, oh, I can see the blades of grass. This is a 35 millimeter film, and you could see every crevice on those guys' fucking face.
Yeah.
You could see the glistening sweat.
I
mean,
understood the movie more too, which was weird because I was like, "Oh, they're trying to set up Cheyenne to be the killers of this family, so they can." Dude, I understand.
Would you had that same understanding though had you not seen the movie beforehand?
I don't know,
Because this is a second viewing. We've did
Actually,
the deep dive.
technically a third for me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we went into the movie, we talked about it, we really got into it. Scott and I did all the research. We talked about like all the making ofs and stuff like that. And now you've got all this information in your head going, I know how this was filmed. I know
Yeah.
where this was
I
filmed.
think maybe you're
I
right.
know the history. I already know the ending, so I know why this is happening the way it is. I completely enjoyed like the bar scene. There's lots to like about that movie. It's just I think the beginning was just long to be long. But once you started getting into the meat of that movie, the movie was great. When they went in and mowed down the family of redheads, fuck them. Yeah, get them, get that whole family.
I didn't like that part.
Of course you didn't.
because you're redhead.
No,
Yeah,
personally
you know what we
attacked.
should do? We should buy a theater and
mow
only
down a
play
family of redheads?
and only play movies we've talked about on this show in 35 millimeter.
Y'all watch it later theater.
Dude, don't. I get the tinglies just thinking about it because I would do that.
We're just gonna throw a projector up in your backyard. Make people come to your backyard.
Like it's hot. I'm
That's
like,
in town.
Shut
It's
up.
July.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Honestly,
get dark till 9.
People probably would, but
I know.
it's I don't know.
They
They've tried to
they
revive
have
like
the-
the drive-throughs and shit here, man. It doesn't work out here.
I'd love the drive-in though. I wish they still had them.
The drive-in. I said drive. I said
You did.
drive-through.
It's okay. I was gonna go over
The
it.
drive-through movie theater.
Give me
Right.
a large number 3. And
It's
a
like one of those
Tarantino flick.
Way too
Right.
expensive.
Yeah, it's the drive-through. You just get your beer and then you pick out a VHS and then you drive around.
Everybody hides in the trunk,
sounds
so you only have to
cool.
pay for 3 people.
We used to do that.
Constantly.
Carload is 10, but you could have up to 4 people, and there's 35 people in the trunk and a midget.
So after that, I jumped back in my car. No time to eat, Dr. Jones. I had to
Or
get.
text your friends.
What are you talking about?
This
I'm
is a
driving.
So, bro, this is the funny thing about what you did.
Well, I take
No,
a
no,
page
no.
from your book and not text you back.
No, this is what you did. You're like, I was completely wrong about Once Upon a Time in the West.
No
And I'm
response.
like, you know what? I responded to you, and I was like, "What do you mean? Like, let's talk about it. I'm glad you're having a good time. I have the time to text you. I'm your friend." And then nothing. Ghosted.
Oh, is that
Shut
how-
up? Yeah, I have. You want to look at the receipts? We can.
Go
and
ahead.
then I was like, "Well, all right, good talk." And then I got, "Bro, I'm fucking driving."
You said good
you were
talk.
so mad.
Yeah, because you said good talk and I couldn't respond. I cannot.
Do not start a conversation that you're not intending to be a part of.
Here's Aaron.
Shut the fuck up. I
Oh my
literally-
god, I love this. Anyway, I'm
I
driving now.
had
Leave me
to
alone.
get back to my car. You hadn't responded until I got back to my car.
I responded
Aaron's
almost
driving.
immediately.
Driving along. All of a sudden, ping. He's like, oh,
Yeah, this is
dude, you
Key and
turned your
Peele.
back on me.
Oh, he's looking at it. He's like,
Oh,
good talk.
the things I could do to you. Oh, if I didn't have both hands on the steering wheel.
And I'm on the side. I'm
Doing
on the
the
other
Key-
side, like the
Key
Key
and
and Peele,
Peele
where I'm
bit,
just
yeah.
like, good talk, man.
Good
Oh,
talk.
Good talk.
Good talk.
Good talk. Oh, this.
Oh, this motherfucker.
No,
right here.
because-
Yeah, it's on. Oh yeah, let's go.
Well, here's the.
Let's go.
Well, here's the deal. If you say good talk to me, because if I say it to you, it means bad shit. So I took.
Yeah,
it
you
as
did it the other day.
What I say?
You said good talk.
Yeah, I was probably pissed off. So, anyways, yeah, I get to the New Bev. I park in the Jewish neighborhood. I run up to the theater.
I do love the Jewish neighborhood
Yeah.
near the New Bev.
They let me
They're
right
all
in.
Hasidic Jews.
They
We're
didn't
talking
check.
Jews.
Yeah, they
We're
didn't-
not talking. You're like another
not
country.
Israelis. We're
well,
talking.
no, that's about as close as you can get.
What was it? So, you know how they were checking our COVID shit? They didn't check it this time.
Of course.
It was pretty nice.
because it's over, bro.
Have you not been back since we went to see the thing and all that stuff?
No.
I could have swore you did like one more trip out there. Oh, okay.
I always wait. I wait for stuff that I really want to go. Like every month, there's something I would go to watch.
Oh
but
yeah,
if I'm
there's
gonna
always
do,
a list that I want to do.
But if I'm going to be miserable, it has to be like worth it. And to this month, it was worth it. So,
Like every time you go.
so I sat down. I watched Mallrats first. Now,
regular cut or like theater cut or extended edition.
it was theater.
Okay.
They do everything theater.
I figured. I
so-
didn't know if there was some kind of special thing since it was a double feature.
The one thing I liked about it, I think, is that you could tell it was a sophomore effort from Kevin Smith. Like I've watched that movie 100 times, but you could really like seeing it in the theater. It really felt like, oh shit, this is subpar, kind of. What?
Good talk.
Yeah, I know. I did on purpose.
dot from old Aaron.
I did on purpose.
I know you did.
What were we talking about?
Me being sick, and you're like, "What do you have?" And I was like, "Feline leukemia," and you're like, "Good talk."
Because that was a shitty fucking answer. What do you have?
Feline leukemia.
I've been sick for 3 weeks, guys. I'm the only person that gets sick this long. I can't do anything.
Look, everyone's got AIDS.
What? Restaurant? Go
AIDS,
eat steak
AIDS.
with my friends? Absolutely not.
No.
That requires me to hang out with you.
Yeah.
So,
Literally went to a movie the week before, but God forbid I don't say yes to everything.
watched Mallrats, watched Clerks, had a great time, went back to
That's weird that they would do it in that order. Like you would think you would put Clerks first.
they did it chronologically, story-wise. So, because technically Mallrats is a prequel to Clerks. So,
Is it?
yes, it is. It sure is. Because they talk about Julie Dwyer dying in the pool.
That's
why
right.
she
And
has to be
then
on the thing.
Okay,
And then
yeah.
in Clerks, she's like, hey, yesterday Julie Dwyer died. And
I mean,
they're
I
having
guess. I guess that's
Well,
cool.
I mean, if you ask Kevin Smith, it is also.
I will. I'll ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Scott. So, anyways, my favorite part was California has like a noise ordinance, so
They have a lot of ordinances.
planes don't fly after 8 p.m. and I'm not kidding, unless they're coming in. So I walked.
That's flying. Are they driving?
What?
You said planes don't fly after 8 unless
Correct.
they're coming in.
Yeah, unless they're landing. You
Were they
giant
driving?
fucking moron.
Well, the fuck do they get there? They fly.
Okay, I said coming in. You fucking dork.
They're flying.
Yeah, for real. So, anyways,
Kung Fu movie.
I get to there, TSA is closed, and I have to sleep on the floor of the fucking airport, LAX. Let me tell you, that is not a young man's game. I can't stand it.
Everybody invites us to
it
these things.
viscerally-
And every time he does these things and has these stories, I'm sitting there going,
These are the things I know that are going to happen.
dodged a bullet.
These are everything I know that's going to happen. And every time he's like, you want to go? And I'm like, no, because we will end up sleeping on the floor
Right.
in LAX or Burbank Airport.
I was going to get a pod, dude, and I thought by the time I got out of the movie, I would be able to get to the pod place, but they don't let you in after 11.
That's weird.
So I was like, fuck. So I had to sleep on the fucking floor with my big belly out, and people like running towards the TSA, and then like them realizing it's
Tripping
closed.
over you.
And they're like, no, because there's like a section of the floor that's specifically for us morons who do this. So finally TSA opens, I go through, I get on my plane, I fly home, and I went right to bed. And overall it was a pretty good trip. I mean, I would
Sounds
prefer it if y'all were there, but sometimes I just gotta do these
If we
things
could
alone.
spread those things out over like a couple days and we drove and we had a place to stay and we planned a little better, I would be more up to it. Because my thought is like, if we could do like a weekend where we hit up the New Bev, the Vista, and then Cinerama Dome, and just do
Cinerama Dome's
it.
not open.
Yeah, but they're gonna open it again. They're working on
Then
it.
I'll be back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
Like
we could do the
Arnold.
trifecta of like the cool shit, and then like have dinner at like the El Coyote or something like that, make like a weekend of it.
We're not eating
I
that.
am down for a weekend of shit. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just
I
letting
cannot.
you know right now that place sucks.
No, I'm sure it does.
But-
It's as an example, like something fun to do, but spread it out. Like we leave early Saturday morning, we make a day of Saturday, do some shit, stay the night somewhere, hit some Sunday type stuff, bounce. Cool with that. That's exhausting, but it's less exhausting than sleeping my ass on a fucking LAX airport floor.
So terrible.
Because see, when you said that, when you posted that at night, I'm just going. I had a response. I started typing, and then I'm like, I want to be nice. My response, I was going to be like, this was a completely preventable thing that you put yourself in. You fuck. And I'm
really,
like,
though,
nope,
'cause
I'm
I
not going to
coulda-
do it.
I coulda got a
because
hotel room.
You could have not gone.
Yeah, but I wanted to go.
Well, wanted to go.
But if I would have got a hotel room, I got done. I wasn't to the.
No, because on the plane ride there, all your money went away. You had
Well,
no hotel to get.
No. I would have gotten my hotel before. But what I'm saying is, if I would have got a hotel room, this is how that would have played out. I would have gotten done at 11. I would have gone to the hotel to sleep, and then had to be up at 3 in order to get to the airport to get on my plane. So it was kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just think a bed situation would have been worth that because I would have been less uncomfortable. I've slept on floors of places. I don't like it.
was terrible.
I don't do it anymore. Like
So.
it sucks.
All right, let's get into the show. Hey, Scott.
Oh, we gonna start? Hit record, Scott.
He's too busy texting.
We are recording, though,
I'm too busy looking up my next movie.
Hey,
You're not choosing.
You're not choosing.
Doesn't matter. When I get a thought, I have to get it saved in.
Hey,
So I don't forget about
where
it.
did we eat at?
At least
when
we have it on camera.
When me and you did I kind of forced you to, but we did the Hollywood Once Upon a Time in
breakfast?
Hollywood tour. We went to that Mexican food place. It was good. I can't remember the name of it.
It wasn't LA. It was the place right across from El Coyote.
It wasn't across the street. No.
I mean, it was up and across the street. It wasn't not too
Okay,
far.
because I had
back into the left.
I had El Coyote. It is so expensive, and it is the most subpar fucking food I've ever had.
It's Americanized Mexican food.
Yeah.
But remember when I sat in the Leonardo DiCaprio thing? Because I made them, not me.
You were
You're
too
like,
old to
"Hey,
sit there.
Can I sit there?
You can only sit there if you're a 25-year-old woman.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, did you watch anything this week?
Um,
Make sure you choose your next
yeah.
movie.
So, and I'm gonna have to look it up because I can't fucking remember the name of it.
Kingdom of the Planet
So
of the Apes.
no, because I was telling him, man, I
We
sat
did
down.
see
My,
that.
I know.
my wife was watching this movie, and I looked and I go, hey, that's that fucking crybaby from Hereditary. And then I got to watching the movie, and I said,
Was it the
That's
guy
not
or
The brother.
the one with the mole on his face?
Yes.
well, so the crybaby has a mole on his lip.
Right.
The
He was in-
brother
he
has
was
a
in
mole-
Old.
The brother has a mole on his chin.
That's right.
And he's in this like Nate Wolf, and he's in this movie that my wife watches calls "Which Brings Me to You." It's got the chick from like what's the series
Little Big Lies,
the
Little Rascals,
murder one. Well, all the friends like the
Knives Out?
Pretty Little Liars.
Pretty Little Liars.
Oh.
God, I don't.
So it's
know
got the
why I
chick
know
from that. And it was actually for a while I was kind of into this movie.
Did you see the name of the next Knives Out movie? Was
Yeah,
no?
I saw
Okay.
And it's like a whole thing of like these two people getting together from this wedding, and then they're talking about past relationships that have fucked them up. But they kind of like
Was it called Diner 2?
Was it called
I
Anything
mean-
But You, or Anyone But
yeah.
You?
So they'll be talking about it, then all of a
Same
sudden
plot.
like they show up in the scene and they like start talking to each other, and it kind of rolls, and then immediately ends.
Is it called Past Lives?
I just fucking told you it was called. It's called "Which Brings Me to You."
It sounds gay.
But I do have to say that this guy's brother, Nate Wolf,
Yeah.
is much more palatable than Alex.
Really? You think go watch fucking Death Note and tell me how great he is.
What?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Go watch Death Note and tell me how great he is. 'Cause that
I'm
movie's-
not saying he's great. I'm
Okay.
saying he's a lot more palatable than his brother.
Okay, watch Death Note.
I don't fucking care
Okay.
about Death Note. I'm just saying
Watch
he's
it.
a lot more. He's easier to look at.
Look, don't listen to him. I'm gonna give you a recommendation.
Okay.
Death Note.
Go watch Death Note. I'm in.
All right, so you watched a rom-com because your wife forces you to. Is that it?
You know what though? I like watching rom coms, man.
There's nothing wrong with rom
I'm a
coms.
sucker for a fucking rom com, but it's really not fun.
Throw an explosion in
Why
there.
don't you suck the
Then
rom-com's
we watched
dick?
Planet of the Apes. I watched some documentaries because I was feeling baseball, so I watched the documentary Knuckleball, which is one of my favorite documentaries. It's about Tim Wakefield.
I think you've told me about this,
Yeah,
and I
it's-
still haven't gone to watch it.
It's fantastic. I did watch that. Other than that, yeah, Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, we saw Planet of the Apes. Jordan's supposed to go with us.
I died.
It's called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I don't know. It's just another addition to the Planet of the Apes saga. Here's the thing about it.
I got you here.
This movie sucks, and I don't mean it's not
That's
a bad.
bummer. I'm gonna go see it on Sunday.
It's not a bad movie. It's not
Terrible.
a bad movie. That's not what I'm saying. It doesn't need to exist for any reason.
It does. So here's the deal.
Setting up a next one.
So I ran across a video on YouTube,
Okay.
and it was all the Planet of the Apes movies explained in chronological
Jesus Christ.
order and story based on the comics, based on all that stuff.
Okay.
I'm glad someone had to explain the monkey movie.
No. So I watched this.
Who are you going with on Sunday?
My mom.
Oh.
So I watched this thing and this guy explaining it. It makes way more sense, and it's actually very interesting the way he's explaining it, because he's talking about, hey, this is how this person's related to this one. This is where this monkey's related to this. And he's like putting it all together. The movies,
The monkey family tree.
the movies don't fucking do that.
No, they're not going to.
The movies completely miss that point.
Okay. So, anyways, as I was saying, the movie is pointless. It does not add or take away from any of the Caesar-based movies. It does nothing. It does not add to them, and it does not take away from them. It is just
because
there to exist.
they're not only separated by the fact that the last movie I think came out in 2018, but the fact that chronologically this takes place 300 years after Caesar's death.
Correct.
So there is enough separation where you could mention him in passing, maybe see a flashback of the fucking orangutan, but that's about it.
No, there
There's
is
like-
an orangutan who is the last. Of,
There's like
the
two
Caesar.
factions.
Yeah.
That one's like a Caesar is the Messiah, and we learn from him and tolerance. And then there's another
The
faction.
Chimpadib.
Yeah, and there's another faction that's like, we kill in the name of Caesar. Like, time to die, bitches.
The Cobas. Yeah, I get it.
And it's like, and you're like, okay. And then what happens in the movie, and that's as far as we'll go since you're going to go see it. But
I'm sure you're going to ruin a monkey movie for me.
but all I'm saying is, like, it gets to the end, and you're like,
that's it.
okay, like,
But it's coming around circle. That's all it is.
But it's not.
But it's like
not.
the reestablishing of the humans. That's what you're getting out of this.
No,
whole
I
because
think
you
that's
don't
what
even
they're
get-
trying to
But they-
lead up
that's
to,
what
but
they're trying
not
to
really.
do.
They didn't even reestablish anything.
with the fucking tape. They were able to establish communication.
With the satellites?
Yes.
I read some of it.
Yeah.
I read a little bit of it. I don't like the fact that they named the chick Nova, which is harkens back to the last one, War of the Planet of the Apes, where the little girl was Nova because of the Chevy Nova thing, which is a name of the original chick in the Planet of the Apes whose name was Nova. It's like, okay, fucking
Say
write
no
a better
more.
script.
Yeah, dude.
I still want to see it.
Yeah,
only
no, that's
because
fine.
like I loved all the old ones. I never really got into the TV show as much with Roddy McDowell, but I liked the old movies. Those were fun.
You mean
I
the
had a
whole
box set.
half of a first season that was out.
Yeah, I never
The
got
set
it. I know
piece-
there was cartoons too. Like I never saw the
course there
cartoons
were.
either.
Well, the TV series got
Racist.
canceled.
Yeah,
Like it didn't even make it to the end of the first season.
yeah. That's like
The
everything
set
else in
pieces
60s
were
and
the
70s.
set pieces were fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was cool to see. You know, it was an action packed monkey movie. That's fine.
I didn't hate it
But-
sitting there.
No,
I mean,
but-
I was into it.
But once I got to the end,
Yeah.
I was just like,
That was it.
okay, I guess I'll just keep living my life now. Like, if I would have saw this or not, it wouldn't have really mattered.
Now,
So
despite getting sick, I had every intention of going, and I watched all. I know it's a professional podcast we're running here. I had watched all three of the movies leading up to it, so I rewatched from James Franco's rapey guy to Caesar dying.
I'm gonna cure Alzheimer's. Just kidding. I destroyed humanity.
Yeah. Well, no, the asshole neighbor did because he's an asshole.
Yes.
Fuck him. All he had to do was be cool.
Sneeze on me, bro.
Sneeze on me, blood everywhere, and then he's a pilot. So, they're gonna spread it like in fucking 12 Monkeys. That should be a part of the canon.
Should be.
But yeah, I rewatched
Dustin
them all.
Hoffman.
The first movie, like it's good, but you could definitely see the seams a little bit where it's like they looks kind of fake, but not really. Like the monkeys looked a little too fake, and then as they progressed, the animation, like they did great on these movies. They looked really good.
Caesar is home.
I think the last one was really good. Woody Harrelson's such an asshole in it. Like such a good character and such a good foil because not only is he fighting the apes and he wants all these apes to die, you ruined humanity. He's fighting with the rest of the survivors because he's like, you guys are too soft on these motherfuckers. We have to kill everything that has this virus. We have to eradicate it. And he's willing to kill his own kid. So he's such a good bad guy. And I
Put your
love,
mask on.
yeah, put your mask on. I'm leaving the venue, sir.
Let me
this
see your
pop-up
card.
hamburger place.
You have a card, Caesar? You ain't gonna get in here without one.
You're never gonna make a monkey out of me. But yeah, like I didn't think this movie
Fro.
just just based off the trailer, I didn't
red-shirted
think this
idiot.
was going to be like this genre defining thing. I think this was more of a stepping stone to get everybody excited to watch more of them. They're gonna I think they're
maybe.
gonna make another. I think the guy directing it, I think he's signed on to do another, not a monkey movie, but like because this was done well, he's gonna do something else. I think they're gonna keep going. I just
Suck his dick already. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that was all I saw because I quit my job today, so I have been
Officially homeless.
Yeah, I have no home. So yeah, I quit my job. I'm not gonna get into it.
Fuck those guys.
Just know that I did that, and I have a new job soon. So it should, like I said, I think last week, it should have tend more to the show. Like, I'll be able to tend way more to the show. The show will be top priority. We will get super chats.
No. No, we won't.
No, we won't. No one.
Means
listens.
he's got all the time to edit
Hey,
the video.
but I will
Right.
tell you. I will say this. I guess everyone got hurt by what I said last week because not one human asked me where the show was this week. Not one. So I was like, oh, I guess I struck a nerve.
Now, some of the chatters are saying we were promised the inside scoop since you didn't sign that NDA.
Oh.
So, did you find out that you did sign an NDA and you had to keep your mouth shut, or
was
you want
just
to burn any
I wasn't.
bridges?
I was just trying not to burn bridges. But I mean, if you guys really want to know, I mean, what does he want to know?
I don't know. Just burn some Todd bridges. Let's do this.
I guess. I mean,
Snort some coke.
the real reason that I fucking
What are you at a Denny's?
that I left was because I was just tired of being told I had to micromanage adults, and I knew that comes as a supervisor.
Welcome to
but when
management.
I was
you-
going to say that
when-
part. I'm not sympathetic. That's every management position.
No, because it's
There's
it's,
other things you've told me that I think.
It's more than that, though. It's like we have to do this stuff with detainees, and we do give these guys guns and stuff like that. And
The detainees.
yeah,
How many Mexicans did you tase?
like
So many.
like 6, even though we didn't use tasers. No, but it was mostly that. I mean, it was messing.
It was just an old lamp cord I got from Goodwill that I just shopped him with.
Plugged it in.
It was mostly a mental thing. I got tired of when we were busy under. I mean, you can say whatever you want. I don't care. This isn't political, but we were super busy under Trump. We've done nothing during Biden. We were even busier during Obama, and we were just literally sitting around looking at each other. And it became this pissing contest where it's like, make sure you don't button your third button. Let's like write IRs for that and shit. And it's like, at some point the levee broke, and it just became unbearable to be there.
All right, so what I watched this week was
Thank you.
let's go back to
Kids
movie.
in cages.
Let's go back to let's go to a movie podcast.
Oh,
before
if
it gets-
anybody wants to know about the kids in cages, that didn't really happen.
No, I don't
you
wanna
guys
talk
are
about
fucking retarded.
No,
Anyone
I-
who really thinks
no,
that happened,
no, I
you're-
live in my
you're-
fantasy
you're
world
a
where you
dumb
cry about
person.
everything that we talk about, and then you lock kids in cages.
Of course. I did.
Anyway, I watched the Three Monkey movies. I
Okay.
still like them. They're still fun. I mean, it's just
Look behind you.
I see.
What? You have them?
Planet of the Apes trilogy and the original Planet of the Apes.
I do love the original.
Damn.
Charlton Heston.
I watched a new show that I found on Apple TV Plus that I really like. It's called Dark Matter. Joel Edgerton is in it.
Oh, I've started it, but I never finished it.
Did you have to change your profile picture?
I got a whole new license plate. It's my favorite show in the world. No, but so I started watching that. That's pretty cool. This guy builds this contraption that if you go into this box, there's doors, and in those doors are infinite realities of different versions of Chicago where he lives.
Oh, no. I watched something different. I'm sorry.
What did you watch? Now I'm curious.
I don't know.
Okay, so
But it had Joel Edgerton in it.
That's weird. So this guy, he's a science teacher. He's in his life with his wife and kid.
What's it called?
And Dark Matter.
Is it based off of the movie with the bears? Do you know what I'm talking
What
about?
the fuck are you
no,
watching?
No. There was a movie that came out with Daniel Craig, and there were bears. They were like their
Cocaine bear.
They're friends, and they used the bears, and then like McAvoy's in it.
No,
Dude,
that's His Dark
His
Materials.
Dark Materials. And what's it based off of?
A book called His Dark Materials. It's
What
the
was
Dark Materials
Golden
books.
Compass.
Well, that was the stupid movie
right.
with fucking Nicole
okay.
Kidman. Don't,
Okay, so no bad. Okay, not the same.
not even close.
All right, I'm sorry.
Rewind.
So this one,
I apologize.
Joel
Yeah.
Edgerton, who's not in the other ones, he's a scientist, teaches at a local college. He's fine with his life, all this stuff, and after celebrating one of his best friend's accomplishments, I can't believe he's fucking His Dark Materials.
Sorry,
just
I'm
threw me
sorry.
way off. He gets kidnapped and then gets sent through one of these doors in this contraption, and he ends up in a different reality. And it turns out the guy who kidnapped him and took his place was him from that reality. So now he's trying to get his way back.
Fucking spoiler.
It's like fuck.
And
That's,
he steals Christmas.
bro, that's fucking episode 1. Who cares? There's plenty of other episodes. But yeah, so far it's pretty good. What else did I watch? I ended up watching the King Kong movie, Kong versus Godzilla. Did I talk about that last time? I don't think I
I
did.
heard you talk about it on the other show.
Yeah, so I talked about it on the show that I like. It's Eric Nagel, if you guys want to watch.
He's peacocking for Eric. He's in the chat. I know that.
actually
I
in the
know.
chat.
I am very aware.
It's funny. Been watching that. I almost watched. I forget what it's called. It's not Spider. It's not Venom. Like
Oh yeah.
shit, what is that called? So this basically.
I heard it's terrible.
I know, and I'm still gonna watch it.
fucking-
It's fucking free.
Madam Web.
Snap or something.
Snatch.
So Krista watched Madam Web.
Did
Like.
she?
Let me guess. She liked it.
So I came in. I go, "Are you watching Madam Web?" I'm like, she's like, "Yeah, it's not too bad." And I'm like, "Really?" I was like, "I wouldn't even watch it." I was like, "Because I heard it was fucking horrible." She's like, "It's pretty good."
Oh Jesus Christ! Please hit her when you say it.
I hate you. I hate all of that right now. My daughter had to watch Madam Web the other day.
Had to.
Had to because her mom put it on with the kids, and she was like,
Sting.
Okay, yeah, it's the story of the wrestler. The little girl raises a wrestler, and then he comes back to haunt her.
Fights Hulk Hogan.
So she's watching this movie, and she goes,
Is this before or after she's reading the Hitler books?
she already read the Hitler books.
Okay.
Just got done with Mein Kampf.
Yeah, which is a lot
For kids.
Which is a lot funnier
My
than
first
fucking
my
Madam
first
Web.
Mein Kampf.
My first Mein Kampf.
Hey, tell her to come
It's
talk to me. I'll
illustrated.
tell her all about the illegal prison.
I'm
Got
sure.
pictures.
Here's
No,
a pile of shoes.
I texted her and asked her what she was doing. This was like Wednesday night. She was watching Madam Web. I'm like, watching Madam Web? Why would you
Why?
torture yourself that way? She goes, Caleb was like, it's her little brother. And then she goes, this is terrible. And I was like, and I told her about the part where
Hold on. So your 12-year-old daughter has better movie,
Oh, yeah.
not knowledge, but like she can figure it out more than his wife. Who's
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Remember that one
I'm not
time he had to
defending
watch
anybody.
Black Adam because she watched Black Adam? Or
Have
anytime,
you ever heard him say anything other than "my wife was watching"? And
No.
then
No,
he's never been like,
unless
"I
it's
put
for
it."
unless
Yes.
it's for this show. I've never heard any organic thing like I just happen to be sitting in the living room watching a movie. No, I assume that when you go home, if no one's home, nothing is on. You're in your cave and you're staring off into the blankness
Dude,
until
I'm
sleep.
not even kidding you. That is what I have thought about him for all the years I've been married.
You know what happens?
Hold on. I've been in your house, super dark.
I remember when you
It's
were
the-
watching the dogs, and
the-
they're like,
Love it.
"It's fucking dark
the
in here."
darkest house on the
I'm
planet.
so depressed being in here.
I love it.
The TV
So
is like in the
cool.
corner, and he just I imagine he goes into his room, into that recliner and sits there, nothing on, and he just waits.
Nope. Because
No, he watches TikToks.
Because by the time I get home,
Yeah.
she's already watching a show or she's watching something. So sometimes I'll go in, shower. It's nice and cold, cool, dark in my bedroom, and I'll lay down and I'll put a baseball game on,
Naked or not?
and then
naked?
scroll on my phone while I'm like watching baseball.
I mean, I've done that without the baseball part, but yes, I understand that. I just again, I don't
Oh,
ever
baseball rules.
whatever.
Do you want to hear what I did?
No. So, I just, like I said, I assume he just goes in and stares at blank walls because you're right. He's never started a sentence with, I was watching a movie once.
Also-
it was, hey, Krista and the kids were watching this movie, so I just happened to be standing, behind the couch on the periphery getting sucked into whatever movie.
It's all secondhand.
Whatever
Hey,
rom-com.
He's always doing
secondhand
that.
rom-coms.
No, this guy. I will come home and the kids will be watching a movie, and I'll snatch that fucking remote, and I'll be like, "Into your hole."
You've been doing this all
children."
day.
Well, that's
Pretty
because
much.
I'm not a misogynistic asshole.
Have you met yourself?
Wow.
Women can't do anything.
Oh,
Scott here.
Yeah, that's exactly how I roll around.
Hey, look here, Harrison Butker. You fucking asshole.
Whatever. That guy
Anyway.
rules. That's my hero.
Of course he is.
I mean,
Hey guys,
be more mad at him.
Be married-
be
be
more
married-
into a kicker.
Hey
married and have kids.
He's
No!
your kicker. He's
care.
your fucking kicker.
not my kicker.
Yeah, he is.
get married and have kids, man. It's very
It's
very endearing.
Get married and have kids.
What?
These align with my Christian values.
No, I want to die at 60 and be miserable
Yeah.
and be the CEO of a
Hey
company.
guys, remember when Tyreek Hill sat on his pregnant girlfriend and punched her?
Yeah, that's fine.
Look,
These
I'm
kicker's
CEO over
comments
here.
are clearly way
Look,
worse.
we clearly needed a white guy to take some of the heat off of all the black players getting in trouble in the offseason, okay?
The only person who has a problem with what he said is the guy who's dating Taylor Swift. So like, that's,
he took such a middle of the road response. He's like,
I don't
he
know.
said what he said, or I didn't like it. I don't know.
He's such a stand
I don't know. My girlfriend hasn't told me what to think yet.
I'm
stand-up guy
going to be in a
chugging
new
beers.
show on TV. I've got a lot of irons in the fire.
Anyways,
You know, he gets home and she's like,
I saw what you said on Preacher.
"You didn't defend him." What are you gonna do?
Do I need to sing?
What are you gonna do?
Do I need to sing Bejeweled again?
Are you gonna go and you're gonna talk to him?
Look, you either talk to him or I start writing. And you're not gonna like that.
Guess what? Double album coming out.
Call
Travis.
it's
The
called.
Tortured Kicker Society.
It's just called commencement speech. Anyways,
Tight end? Question mark.
Question mark. Not so much.
now listen to me play Bejeweled 1,800 times. Know your place, Travis. You can smell my panties later.
Now let me run through all the many boyfriends I've written stories about.
Taylor Lautner.
Taylor.
John Mayer can play the guitar. What do you do? Catch a fucking ball?
What have you been doing?
This is my
Jake
favorite-
Gyllenhaal is getting a second Roadhouse. What have you done lately? A Super Bowl?
I'm gonna buy his jersey just so I can, when we watch football together, I can wear it.
Just wearing an Harrison Butker.
Yeah, and you'll be like,
Your
what? He
son's
doesn't
going to be
even-
like, oh, like for me, Dad? Nothing for you, son.
It's got the V-neck on.
Wrong
it 'cause
Harrison.
it's Women's fit.
It's the only ones left. A lot of women's Harrison Butkers left.
Apparently not. Apparently it's been selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, in Utah and most of the religious areas.
mean,
The Bible
it
Belt's
was-
run through all of the Harrison Butker gear.
It was religious school. Let people live.
Ooh,
their
look,
lives.
this apron has his number on it. Get back in the kitchen.
That's where they should belong, bro. Anyways,
He talks about me.
I mean, I'm just playing off the joke. I don't really mean that, or do
Wow.
I?
Wink,
Or
wink,
do you?
wink.
Dude, you know what's awesome?
What?
Now that I don't have this job anymore, I can smoke giant blunts. So I went out and spent $100 on weed.
Just don't tell your new employer to listen to this show.
Yeah, don't tell your employer about this show.
No, I have a week and a half off, and
like
I'm
you
gonna
know, like
smoke
when remember
some
when
weed.
Scott was applying for the other job, and
They're
they're
like,
like,
"We
"Hey, so
found
what's
it."
this podcast you're on?" He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Don't listen to it, please."
Well, according to them, it takes like 3 weeks to do my background, so maybe they'll find it, listen to this exact episode, and be like,
No, you know, I told you how they figured that out, right?
no,
So I had to zoom in for that interview, and
you were working.
Did it
on
have
I
the
had-
logo?
so I had changed the name of the Zoom because of the calls that we were going to
okay.
have to I'll Watch It Later podcast. And when
Excellent.
I pulled it up,
So good.
that's what pulled up instead of my name. It was I'll Watch It Later podcast. So they were like, what's I'll Watch It Later podcast?
Scott's
and
the guy that
immediately
gets-
I'm thinking, what the fuck? How did these guys figure this shit out?
Oh, so the
Scott's the guy that thinks that he's off camera and he's masturbating. He gets caught.
Scott was too dumb to understand that he didn't change the name to his whole fucking.
I
Zoom
did. I've
call.
done that
I mean,
on
who uses
Twitch.
I use Zoom like on my personal phone.
I don't think I've used Zoom
once.
outside of a work.
Yeah, one time. Everything else
situation.
was on like work computers.
Bro, I had to do my interview for my new job at fuck what?
I have to read. I don't read the comments
That's fine.
much because God, no one's funny, but this one's good. Scott looks like he's an umpire on the side and came to the podcast still in his umpire outfit.
Well, he does do that often. He does play baseball.
umpire outfit.
Not
What,
your
wait,
umpire
what was
outfit,
your what was your softball name? Your mom called you? Was it Skippy? Skipper?
No, she said
Scooter?
Which she's
Is that your new
never-
name?
Never
Scooter?
called me.
but- Wait, what?
Yeah,
She
on
never
Facebook.
says that.
On Facebook, it was like last Friday, and mom tagged Scott. We're at Scott the softball game watching Scooter play, and I'm like, Scooter?
Because she asked, she's like, "What are you doing Friday?" I said, "Oh, I got games on Friday." She's like, "Oh, well, maybe we'll come out and play."
Oh,
and I'm like, and
Come
then
out
she,
and play?
then she puts
Playing
this
in the
fucking thing on
sandbox.
Facebook of like, you know, like, oh yeah, like Scooter play. I'm like, when the fuck did she ever call me Scooter, man? It's like never in a million years has she ever said that.
Well, it's my new favorite nickname for you.
Nicknames in the chat.
Scooter.
Scooter.
Scooter now.
Scooter Cooter.
Done.
No, never
No,
Scooter.
stop.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
done.
So
Anyway, so that's kind of what I watched. Did you finish? You finished X-Men, right?
I did. It was
Excellent, right?
Chef's Kit. Fucking so good.
I know. I watched the making of the other day because they put that on there. They always put those little assembled, you know, how they make the little TV shows, and it's just so good. And it sucks because Fan Fusion's this weekend, and all the cast is there this weekend, and I'm just like, fuck, I would
today,
love
They did a panel today.
and then they'll be here all weekend. And stuff
Amir
like that.
posted the.
I'm shocked that he's at a con of some kind. Good old Amir, token black guy.
you going?
nerd. No, I don't have the money for that. I don't have the energy for that kind of stuff. Like,
We wait for you to get it.
I know.
did you not
Nope.
get us tickets, Aaron?
Sorry, I went ahead and spent the tickets on the popular Monstars tour.
Which you're going to, right?
Yeah, he's going. He's
fuck
going.
me, man.
Yeah. Oh well, it'll be a fun story to tell on this podcast.
You got out of going to the loser tour with fucking Limp
Limp
Bizkit.
Bizkit, so you gotta go
have
see
to
Ronnie
suffer
Radke.
through Ronnie.
That's not getting out of. I actually would want to go to that.
Oh.
I'd want to go see Limp Bizkit and Corey Feldman.
But unfortunately, I'm gonna be on a cruise.
I have to go on a
Guys, I just
cruise.
took 7 months off because of my back. Going on a cruise. Scott here. I'm rich.
Good now, man. Kind of.
So, did we watch a movie this week or?
Yeah, we watched.
I know, I'm kidding.
We watched a movie.
Is that like your segue?
Yeah,
dude.
he never-
Yeah, you know I never give you fucking
Yeah.
time.
He's like, "Oh man, we're making fun of you anyway. What do we watch, Scott?"
I mean, unfortunately, as a producer, I pull things up ahead of time, so I'm ready.
I'm
Oh.
not trying to trick you.
Yeah, you're trying.
Shut
It
up.
gets me every time.
Read the fucking plot. Let's get out. Go. We spent an hour on fucking
Read the
Harrison
plot.
Butker.
Billy Timothy Daly returns home to Baltimore to service
Oh,
as the
Billy.
best man at his upcoming wedding of his childhood buddy Eddie Steven Gutenberg.
Why are you reading
In
it
the-
like that?
you said to read the plot.
Steven Gutenberg, by the way.
You
his Christian name.
You said read the plot, so I'm reading the fucking plot.
Fucking
Is
introduce
that not
them,
what you want?
Introduce the movie, you giant jackass.
1982.
So this week we watched the 1982 comedy
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
Diner.
I don't know why I did that.
Oh yeah, we don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah,
It's weird when we're on camera doing that shit now.
it was weird how it was a 19. This movie came out a year before I was born, but yet encapsulated me in multiple characters in this film.
Right.
He's like, but I felt like I was in the 50s.
Husband yelled at his wife about not touching his media.
Did you
I was
think
like,
of me in
the
there in that
second
part?
that happened,
Oh,
I'm like, oh
immediately.
look,
Immediately, you thought of me.
oh look, Aaron Stern is yelling at his wife.
Scratched my CD.
I thought of that too.
You didn't file it in the wrong. It's like the second I just imagine Kim coming in here and pulling a movie out to watch and then not filing it back in the right spot. You're like, what is this doing and not this section?
But the problem is that Daniel Stern started that conversation very gently.
Yeah.
He did.
But he was like, hey,
Hey,
honey,
you
you've been
listen to
listening
my
to my
records?
records? Aaron would come in here and be like,
Bitch,
Kim, what the fuck?
something's askew.
You know why? Because 10 years. It's been 10 years, and I'm done with the first part. It's time. It's time to go.
The niceties are
Yeah.
gone.
No,
Those
but-
have washed away.
What? But my favorite line
There's no soft
that he
landing.
says, and this is what reminded me of my marriage, which is sad, is when she goes, "Do you talk to your friends like this?" Because I get that all the time. And I'm like,
That is
"Yes!"
funny because she's like, she even like when what's his face came over and she goes, does he talk to you guys like this? And he's like, no, we're all good. Anyway, stop looking at your phone.
Sorry.
Talk about the movie.
I think
Yeah,
you're-
you
And it's
stop
Scott's
looking at
movie.
your phone. You stop dying.
I
Sorry, bro.
can't.
No, I picked it, so you guys talk about it.
I mean, I as always. I mean, I just could go.
Tell
ahead.
me.
Yeah, dude.
Go ahead and tell me.
Fuck you, dude. As always, we say this all the time. You're fucking softball on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and you're a softball on the show. You throw.
do my
You
research,
throw the
man.
layups.
I just
you
don't
hit the
pick,
mark.
I just
This
don't pick
is
the movies that I want to see.
easily one
Hey
of my-
guys, I've been really wanting to see this movie with fucking Nate Wolf. He's in this rom com. You guys want to watch? That's what
Well-
I'm picking for the show.
Maybe your wife picks the movies
Well,
because we know you ain't picking that Nate Wolf movie.
we go through all the screenshots I have on my phone of all the movies that I'm banking.
Anyways, he's like a OCD about it. This movie's excellent.
You're out of here.
Maybe safe. Fucking Angel Hernandez over here.
No, I could at least make those fucking calls.
I mean, I don't know how you do it. I'm
talking
tired.
baseball.
I'm
I'm
tired.
bored.
I'm tired of
Dying.
You. I'm tired of you doing it. It was excellent. It's so good. It might be one of my favorite movies ever. I say this every once in a while, but this is what the show was created for. This is what this podcast was created for. This is a movie I've heard about.
Certainly wasn't for income.
Yeah. Or for, like, harnessing friendships or like harboring friendships.
Speaking of, did you pay the bill? Because I got that notification and
I always pay the bill.
Probably because he lost his fucking debit card again.
Oh shit! No, I did switch banks, but yeah, I got the same email.
I've had
Dude,
the same,
I told
I've had
you,
the same
it-
debit card since I was like 12.
No.
This guy fucking has like
I
60.
lose them so many times.
I think I've actually seen him lose a debit card.
You don't
in
have to
my
look for it.
presence.
I think you're right. I know. Okay.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Relax. It's $18 whole. I'll take care of it when we
No,
get
I'm
off.
just saying, eventually he'll get to work and we'll need to put it up. So it's got to go somewhere.
He has till Sunday. So, hey, what is today? Friday?
It's
Jesus.
Friday.
Never done it so early.
Whose dumb idea was this? Just kidding.
But yeah, dude, like this movie's excellent. This is what the show is for. Movies we've never seen that we should have seen. This should have been in heavy rotation for me forever. Gutenberg's amazing in it. Rourke is amazing in it. Like I said, I'm almost positive That is where Ryan Gosling got his fucking, like, he watched Diner and was like,
I'm actually
that's hot.
sad about Mickey Rourke because he's so good in this movie.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad how he turned out.
I know.
Like, just his trajectory. Like,
Yeah.
he could have been a bigger actor than I think he ended up being. And it's...
The Wrestler is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, but that was his comeback.
Yeah, but that
I
was
know,
that was a
but that's
comeback
such
movie.
A good movie.
Fucking Stern is great in this. The rest
I'm actually hold on. I'm mad at you.
Oh,
You're like,
shit.
who would have thought Daniel Stern was such a good actor? Everyone who saw fucking City Slickers, you asshole. Everyone who watched Home Alone growing up. We knew this.
No.
Why are you now discovering Daniel Stern?
he's not
Dude,
the. He's
fucking
not that.
City
He's
Slickers,
just.
man.
He's doing pratfalls. And
I
fucking,
don't care though. We know he's a good actor. You're sitting there discovering people that everyone's
No,
known
because
since they were little.
He doesn't have any pratfalls or fucking. He's not turning into a skeleton from a child.
I do love that.
Burning
scene.
him. He has to like
Hair's all
legit
big.
act. Reiser's good in this.
Paul Reiser's great.
What-
I think Paul Reiser needed more in the movie. Like I
Yeah.
think he was like underutilized.
And then my favorite character in the movie is Kevin Bacon because he's so fucking smart and he wastes the entire.
Oh, when he was doing the whole like watching the two
Yeah,
colleges, he's like,
he's
"You
like-
fucking idiot! It's
yeah,
a black eye."
Yeah, talking about Cornell and shit. And I'm
Dude,
like,
he should
idiots.
really try like being like a villain in a movie.
maybe starring Eddie Murphy that comes out.
Paul Reiser was in the originals.
Was he?
Yeah, I actually he's in this one. I think I saw the trailer for it the other
Oh,
day.
that's right. I think he plays the.
It's coming full circle.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Do they ever
that
go
is
back
true.
and be like, "Oh, we're making this shit movie"?
Yeah.
Remember when we made Diner? That was fun.
That was fun.
This movie
That's
sucks.
all I would talk about. I'd be like, "Have you ever seen Diner? It's pretty good. I was in it. You should watch that." Not mad about you, Diner.
Diner.
So,
This reminds me of the Chris Farley Saturday Night Live skit when they play the guys from Survivor, and they all just sit around talking. And they're like, "Hey, man, you remember that time we did Eye of the Tiger? Yeah, dude, that was so cool."
you
And
done?
like, it would have a conversation. Yeah, but remember that time we did Eye of the Tiger?
you
That was so good.
you done derailing the show?
God forbid you partake in
kidding,
a conversation,
I'm
Scott.
kidding.
Yeah, like,
Do you know he's driving? Don't fucking text him right now.
It really bothered you.
Did. It made me mad that you started a conversation, and when I interacted with you, when you complain that no one interacts, and then the second
You
I
never
do, you
interact.
gave me the business.
Because I was driving, Jordan.
When's that
And
ever
you said-
stopped you before?
And you said good talk.
Play Marvel Snap while you're fucking driving. When does it ever stop you to
Not
talk to somebody?
You slept from my house to your house while behind the wheel.
While
You
driving
can
me
text
home.
me in L.A.
No, it's so hard to drive in LA. It's so hard to drive. People constantly beeping at you, and I don't know, dude.
Get off your phone, asshole!
I think my kids are
I'm trying to eat this corn dog and text.
Play Iron Man!
Hey, I'm getting the text from Kim that you keep breaking my ear. So, relax.
Well, she shouldn't have agreed to this.
In-
It's Friday. Why would you fucking go to bed so early?
NPR, guys.
Yeah, it's summer.
How dare you put your kids to bed early on a Friday?
These are the soothing sounds of Diner.
KJZZ.
So, what do you think
The
of the movie,
Coyote.
Scotty?
WNBC.
All right, what did you think of the movie, pig fucker?
So
Yeah,
I
trigger,
know this is immediately gonna fucking derail old fucking red shirt idiot over here.
Don't worry, he's gonna die. He's a red shirt.
So
I hated it.
I like, dude, like everybody in this movie, like, did they like take a time machine and go back and be like, hey, let's create a fucking ensemble of people who are gonna be really fucking good actors? I mean, how does that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just a
Gutenberg
it's a,
talks
maybe it's a
about it on Adam
byproduct of them
Carolla.
just being.
Well, yeah,
in
but
this
you got to
movie.
think about like the Outsiders, same thing. The Brat Pack, all
Right.
those movies. They had good actors. They had good ensemble actors. St. Elmo's Fire. You had all those other movies that had giant casts of up and comers. Maybe they weren't famous then. I mean, Kevin Bacon. Look how young he looked in this movie. He was supposed to be outside of. He's supposed to be in college. That kid looks like he was just birthed.
I don't know, dude.
He was just coming
I
up-
felt like the opposite. I feel like everybody in this movie looked like they were 40.
Well,
Like,
yeah. I
for
mean,
whatever
some of them looked a
reason,
little
people-
older.
For whatever
Did not
reason,
look- he
people
looked
back
young.
people back then looked older.
That's true.
Like I think of myself like in high school and the people that I hung around in high school.
I looked like I was a
I'm like,
baby.
I'm like, oh, like I felt like I was older. Now, kids look like they just rolled out of the vagine, and they're like, well, how old are you? And they're like, I'm 27.
Right.
So,
No,
anyways,
it's weird.
so I like that. A lot of the conversation, some of the stuff was really good in this movie. What I didn't like really is like this movie doesn't have a plot. There really is no plot other than the diner.
What?
And then talking.
It's about marriage, and it's about kids
Kind of,
getting
but
married
it's really
too
kind
young.
of all over the place.
No, it's
there
about
are moments of
marriage.
the movie that do slog a little bit.
Other
than that-
I hate you so much.
Dude, I'm just being real. For
No,
people that are
you're
gonna watch
not.
this
You're a
fucking movie.
fucking idiot.
No, I'm just telling you. See, I haven't even finished what I'm going to say yet.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
And he's already fucking boiling over.
I love it.
You're
I love
wrong.
it because you only get mad at him. When I have a different opinion, we have a discourse, and then we're done. You get
Because-
so
No,
mad
no.
at him.
Because
I love it.
I am talking. We're reviewing a fucking movie, right?
I thought you were
So-
telling him.
Fucking review the movie.
So I am telling you the things that I'm up front. I'm going to tell you the things that I did not like about the movie.
Okay.
And then I'm telling you the things that I did like.
But you're
about the
wrong.
movie.
It had a plot.
I liked the movie. It was
No,
a
it-
plot. Sure.
Listen-
Flip the table. Come on.
Listen, you
Do it.
motherfucker. Listen to
do
me
it.
right now.
Don't be a bitch. Flip the fucking table.
No, because I would destroy our equipment. I don't want to do any of that. But listen to me, you giant
Yeah.
fuckhead.
Yeah. Why don't you yell at me before I'm fucking done talking?
I don't care if you liked it. But by saying it has no plot, you're an idiot.
I just said it doesn't
it's a
have much of a
fucking
plot.
hangout movie.
Correct.
There is a plot. There is several.
That's like saying our fucking shows have a plot.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Let's not
No.
attack greatness.
They're all over the fucking place.
I think it has a plot the same way Dazed and Confused has a plot. Dazed and Confused is the day of graduation or end of school. It's the day, the night. They're just hanging out. This is kind of like that. I said earlier, this movie is swingers before swingers. Like just a bunch of guys talking about life and
But is it a
relationships.
Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. That's what this movie is. It's a hangout movie. This is their lives. This is,
100% hangout movie.
dealing with women and girls in the 50s, and this guy's going to get married and like how he's dealing with that transition. And, you've got a married couple that's kind of going through some strife, and, the husband's yelling at her for shit.
Young
and
married couple.
they're very young.
All of them are young.
But they're all close knit. So like it's such a cool little capsule. It's like a 3-day capsule, and I think
And then
it was
after the summer, they didn't see each other anymore. And
Right.
then Benny went on to fucking play baseball with the Dodgers.
Stop making jokes.
I can
Fucking
have
finish
fucking
your
jokes all
finish
day.
your fucking review.
The problem is, so there's people that listen to this that haven't seen the movie. I'm just
Correct.
telling them
But you're wrong.
from my opinion. I picked the fucking movie. I can say what I want.
You can, but you're
You already
wrong.
said I'm fucking fantastic, and you already said my movie picks are fucking phenomenal. So it's too late.
I hope you choke on your steak tomorrow.
Maybe I will if I go.
You're going.
Anyways,
You're going, bitch.
so
Want me
I'm
to cough
I'm
on you and
saying,
make you get sick?
if somebody's looking for some kind of an extensive A to B fucking plot, I mean it's kind of there. It's
Bro,
not really
it starts
much there.
with our friends getting married, and literally the last scene is the wedding. There is A to
Yeah,
fucking B.
I mean,
I'm not
it's-
going to take his side all the time, but Jesus fucking
it's-
Christ, that is more A to B than anything I've ever seen in
You
my
know,
life.
And again, like I said, it's exactly what it is.
Just keep saying
It's a
what they
hangout
said.
movie. It's fun to see these guys in their young form. Kevin Bacon's such a fucking dick in this movie.
How did he roll the fucking car at the beginning of the movie?
He just said he flipped it over.
Yeah,
I understand.
I
How?
hid behind
Did you see
here
the
because I didn't
shoulders
want
on
to
that
get
chick?
ketchup on me.
It's true. It's a good point.
So I thought
holding on to
it-
Heinz
the minute they-
57.
The minute they pulled up, and I'm like, that looks so fucking fake, dude. I'm like, why? Like that is
I was
the
afraid
worst.
that was going to be like the end of Kevin Bacon right off the bat. I'm like, why would they kill him off so quickly?
I was going to like totally send a message to the chat and be like, Kevin Bacon lasted 1 minute and 30 fucking
Because
seconds.
he dies
in
in
this movie.
Friday the 13th. Like, I get it. Just kill him off early, but Jesus.
But all in all, I mean, it's a good movie. I don't know, like again, fucking fight me over it.
We
I don't know
will.
if
He's going to.
I don't know if I liked it as much as you do, just based on the fact that.
Do you like Dazed and Confused?
Yeah, well, it's
Do
fine.
you like movies like that? Do you
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
movies where it's a bunch of people sitting around talking about life, waxing
Conversation.
poetic? Because that's what this movie is. Okay, so then
Gotta be in the right mood, man.
Okay, so here, let's before we go too far.
nah, it's fine.
This is how I feel this movie is. This, like I said, this is Swingers before Swingers was made. This is a bunch of guys hanging out, talking about life, relationships, all this shit. Really awesome. This is exactly what I wanted the Lords of Flatbush to be.
Right.
This is exactly what I thought that movie was going to be.
Same.
A bunch of guys getting up to some shenanigans, living life, and giving me a time capsule of what it was like to live in that period. This is that movie that I wanted. So that gave me the happiest feelings watching this movie.
Same.
I think everyone's performance was fantastic. The only downside to this movie was, for me, was the last 10 minutes. I felt that was, the whole wedding scene was kind of boring. Like, it was really, really boring. Like, it was just awkward. I know Reiser did his little speech. It was kind of funny, ha, ha, ha. And then they, freeze frame the end, and then that was it. I didn't need some super big resolution. I didn't need anything crazy. I felt like that was just kind of like we got to end the movie. I don't know how to
I
end
like
the
that they
movie.
never showed Gutenberg's girlfriend.
Eleanor or Elaine or something like that.
She had to
But-
take the Colts quiz.
Yeah. That was such a weird thing.
I mean,
But-
the whole wedding, red and or blue and white.
Blue and white as the Colts.
Colts.
Yeah.
That was fucking
It's
funny.
like, at least he's not a Steelers fan.
But see, at the time they were the Baltimore Colts, and that's why it was like, oh, okay, so it's taking place in Baltimore. But I liked the whole thing. I didn't know if I really liked the whole subplot of Mickey Rourke's character betting a bunch of money and then going into debt. I did like the resolution of that, where Bagel pays the money, and then like he punched the bookie in the stomach. He's like, "Yeah, I fucking owed you that," and then it was like, "Yeah, you did."
Yeah, I like.
But is he a hairdresser?
Because he clearly he out of all the characters he grew the most.
Yeah,
he understood.
Did he though? Because okay, here before we get too deep, this is the end of the movie. Where the fuck did he get a horse? Why was he riding a horse with that chick just all of a sudden? And the next thing you know, he's at the wedding with the other chick that he was putting dicks through popcorn buckets. Which, by the way, explaining the fact that it was an accident and she totally bought it. I'm like,
well, women from the 50s.
They're
Come
so
on,
stupid.
ask Harrison Butker. They're stupid.
anyway.
Anyways,
I really enjoyed this
me
movie.
too, man.
I really did. More than I thought I would.
I thought that Rourke was amazing. I love that like he realizes I'm not going to be a fucking lawyer. I could go into like the home furnishing business or whatever the fuck it was, and because I think he's more like he's trying to become like a setup guy and stuff like that. I think I just man, I don't know. Every character in this movie ruled.
I think
I saw myself a little bit in everybody, and I was just like, dude, this is like they should remake this like for today.
I like the little subplot of the story where the one guy got jumped back in high school by like 8 dudes, and over time he's finding those dudes and just punching them in the face.
Did like that.
So then, like, they leave the diner, they punch dude in the face, and then it was after the movies, and then the girl was like, "Who was that? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." And then they tell the story, and it's like, "Yeah, that was number 7. There's one more guy."
yeah.
And I'm like, "Are we gonna see him punch out the one more guy before the end of the movie?" But like I like that over time since high school, he has punched out 7 of the guys that jumped him eventually.
But that scene with Gutenberg, and I think it was Stone, it might not have been, but where Gutenberg's talking to him in the movies, that reminded me of us. Like us.
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Like I thought all of that was fun.
So
No, it was
you
really
can
cool.
talk, Scott.
Can you?
That's why I'm just letting you guys talk.
So
Just waiting.
I think he's mad.
No, he's not
Are
mad.
you mad?
It's fucking silly, buddy.
Fucking to be bad.
Just squish it a little bit, and he's done. He doesn't keep anything.
All right.
Hey, think I give a shit that you're mad?
He's gonna go home, take a shower,
Again, I think
sit there in the
I think
cold, and
point
watch a
was
rom-com.
because before I came over, like you were sending messages being like, "Bro, like this is probably my favorite fucking movie ever," and I was just like, "I like the movie." I'm like, I don't know if I liked it as much as you did. Like I thought it was good. I don't know if like I didn't come out of it thinking I'm like, "Oh my god, this is going to be one of my favorite movies ever."
I think,
But I liked it.
Clearly, because it wasn't about baseball.
Well, the thing-
or
but I
eating your
liked it.
family.
I saw a lot of like what we do in this movie, even though
That's
like the 50s and
exactly
like
it.
the time frame is different and how they act is different. I see like us, we have these conversations. We're writing to concerts talking about the dumbest shit and arguing over who sang the fucking
real
best
shit.
song and what. Steve Perry song's better than the other. We all know the answer. You don't,
Yeah, we all know
apparently,
it's
but we
Foolish
know
Heart.
it's Foolish
It's
Heart.
not.
But
Oh,
we,
Sherry.
we have these types of conversations. These are the same things we do and we get into.
You didn't see
we yell
yourself
at people
in
in
that?
parking lots and have my brother fucking move cones and shit. Like
That's fun.
these are the situations that we get. That's us.
I guess I
and
did,
that's why I
in a
related
sense,
to it.
but it's also you're looking at like I look at it as like, oh yeah, that's how like maybe I used to be because it's like they were
That's how you are now.
quote unquote high school kids. So it's like you're as you get older, you tend to like identify more with like older things.
But see,
I
but
guess.
that was me in my 20s.
You know
Like
what I'm saying?
I can still remember
But I
being
see-
in my
but I-
20s. I,
I
don't have
see
to
that
relate
stuff.
everything to 44-year-old version of me.
But I used to sit.
Scott's almost
in-
dead, so he doesn't have a choice.
I used to sit in Denny's like with my 2 buddies, man.
Same.
At like
It's
exactly the
2:00
same
in the
thing.
morning, having the stupidest
Ex-
fucking talks.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
And-
so did I, right
but-
after
and those
Hollywood
are things
Video.
that, yeah, like I said, I remember. I don't necessarily relate that to like I said. It's like I looked at it and go, well, I mean, is this one of my favorite movies ever? I don't know. I mean, yeah,
Well,
maybe.
I'm not
I
asking you
don't
to
know.
say that that's your favorite movie
I
in the
am.
world, but to say that it was just like, it was okay. I think it's underselling how nuanced this movie really
Like,
is.
you got to understand like how like the place I come from
No,
sometimes.
yeah, a
Like-
fucking emotionless
No,
household.
like I'm trying to like because I already knew that you were gonna jizz on it, and
you didn't.
That's why you can't grab his copy
and
right
you
now.
were talking about how you liked it too. So
I did.
sometimes I feel like for content, like
You
if
have
we're-
to
if we're all
disagree?
if we all just confetti
No.
in the air, like
That's-
I need to like
If a movie's good, a movie's good.
I need to put out the things that like again not every movie is completely perfect.
I didn't say it was perfect.
Well, it's not. No, it's
Right,
definitely
but-
not.
But I'm just addressing those things up front.
But I think
by
the
saying
pros
like, hey,
weigh out the cons. But you're sitting here saying
okay,
stuff like,
that's
but
fine.
you're sitting here saying stuff like it doesn't have a plot. It has a plot. I can tell you it has multiple plots, and I can tell you all of them. So it's just like it feels like you're making stuff up, or maybe maybe you
it's
didn't watch the movie.
like,
I don't
again,
know.
I did watch the movie.
Okay.
I mean, there's things where, like I said, there's movies that have like hardcore, like, hey, this is what this movie is about. This movie is a hangout. It changes all the time, and yes, by the time you get to the end, you can put it all back together and say like, okay, hey, there's all these plots and stuff. As you're watching the movie, sometimes you're sitting there thinking, you're like, there's a lot going on in this movie. Like, what direction is this going? Like, it's you get what I'm trying to tell
I
you.
didn't think there was a lot. going
I
on
get
there, you know.
what you're trying to convey. I don't think this explanation works with this movie because I think everything that they were doing in this movie led to the end of this movie. Every side plot had a meaning to this movie. Everything had a point to this movie. Everyone was dealing with a relationship in some way, dealing with growing up and evolving and finally moving past where they all are. They're all wanting to hang out in the diner and be buddies, but one of them's married already. The other one's trying to get married. The other one got a chick pregnant, and he's realizing maybe he needs to start growing up, and because he's got to deal with his life. The other one doesn't know what to do with his life, so he needs to finally find some fucking direction. All that makes sense in the context of this
Remember
movie.
when his mom was going to stab him?
That was hilarious. The mom is great. I don't want to make you a sandwich. You suck. She wants to stab him. She puts a knife down. I don't want to ruin this knife. I'll make you a sandwich and you get the fuck out.
And maybe, like I said,
I want a movie about that woman.
It's times that I think maybe sometimes the times that you see a movie,
Yeah.
and how a movie resonates with you. Because, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, the first thing that popped into my head was, like, one of my favorite movies is Stand By Me.
Yeah.
That movie I could still watch, and I could still resonate with those kids and their situation. But I also watched that movie as a young kid, and I kind of grew up watching that. So, to me, that's one of those things I can think back and say, like, oh yeah, like that movie, like I really felt a part of what was going on.
I understand that because I'm the same way. Stand By Me is a great movie because I watched it at that age, and growing up, we lived by railroad tracks, so we would walk for miles just to go out. We put rocks on there, watch trains.
You guys want to hear a fucking story?
No one wants to hear your story right now.
I thought you were going to ask if we wanted to see a dead body.
But like, you guys want to see a dead body? Kiefer Sutherland's
I
trying
have
to
a
hide
really
it.
good story.
But things like The Goonies, when you watch it as a kid, it's phenomenal. I've had adults tell me I didn't watch The Goonies until I was in my 20s, and I don't like it. I'm like, you're a fucking
Right.
You're dumb. And I'm having that same reaction he has to people, where it's like, you're an idiot. These movies are great, but because I watched them then, I resonate. But see, here's the thing: I'm watching this movie now about situations where we've all dealt with that. Mm-hmm. Just because I'm 40 and maybe it's a 20-year difference in age as far as what they are and where I'm at, it doesn't mean I never went through that. It doesn't mean I didn't feel that.
Maybe it's the fact that I've already kind of been through a lot of that stuff.
Well,
maybe it just didn't hit me in the right way.
Did you yell at
or in the same
Krista
way.
about moving your fucking vinyls? Or
Well, it's a hangout movie,
hang out at the
and
diner with
I
your
got
friends?
yelled at for not hanging out with somebody. So this movie very much
Very
resonated with me.
resonates.
whatever?
Like, it's still resonating.
It hurts so bad.
It
I
hurts.
just have to bring it up every week, and we have to argue and then get over it. It's like a whole thing.
It's a whole therapy session.
All right. So what do you guys give it?
See, I'm the same way. Like, I'm a 40-year-old man. I can't identify with fighting like 15-year-old girls.
But and that's the funny thing. Like,
I hate it.
dude,
if nothing
when
makes
he
me
started
madder.
when he started laying in, like really laying in with like these long diatribes, I'm sitting there going, I'm not fighting you, dude. I just can't go. Like I can't
You're like,
make
you
it
want,
work.
You want me to fight you? Like, I'll meet you, Mothman.
Hey,
He said something,
workplace violence.
and I'm not going to bring up the details of this, but he said something that got under my skin so much.
What? Now you have to.
When you're like, oh, but you'll do this and this
Oh,
for certain people
yeah,
and move mountains. I'm like, what the fuck? Because again, I'm going to concerts I've never seen this bands for. I do things and I go to places and I do stuff with you when you ask 90% of the time.
Usually when I ask you to go to like LA or whatever, you say like, let me check, like, and
yeah,
then
I
you
will.
completely blow it off like it's not even a thing.
Some
and that's
people
the
with
thing.
families, though.
This
don't
Sunday when
have
you
the
went, I
freedom.
had my daughter.
I know
There was no
we
chance I was going
talked
all
about
day.
that during the Fall Guy.
Well, that's what I'm
and
saying,
That's
like-
fine, but don't get
You
my
want-
hopes up. Tell me right away.
I did. I said, no, I ain't going to go fucking Buffalo Wild Wings to eat
Yeah. Also,
pounds.
what's up with that?
I don't like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who cares?
I
That's
don't-
not the point.
I told you I will go for the spectacle. I'm not participating.
that no one asked you to. I
you-
would never expect you to eat.
Yeah,
just
one
saying.
time I sat in a fucking Applebee's for over an
Riblet
hour.
baskets.
I
Watch
know.
somebody fucking
Dude,
riblets.
We're taking these fucking cameras.
That's
we're going
fine.
to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Why
We're gonna-
take these? We could take any of the other cameras that you bought that you've not once used,
Well,
Mister
I had to-
Vacation.
I had to get a fucking memory card and it didn't work, and now it finally works. It now finally works.
The second you get home,
Just gotta spit on it.
fucking going all over.
Well, I think we should at
Hollywood.
least take one of these
We can
because I think that one it's mostly for like if you're walking around like filming yourself and stuff.
Sir, did you get management's approval to film in here?
I can't wait. I'm so excited, and it looks like I'm not going to Austin until Thursday, so we can do Wednesday night.
Wednesday night for what? Oh, Buffalo Wild Wings. I already forgot the conversation.
I've
already purged it out.
I also hate Buffalo Wild Wings. That's not the point. Point is, I want to hang out with you, and I want to
fine.
eat shitty. See how many shitty wings I can eat. That's it. When you say shit like, "I don't like Buffalo Wild Wings," like, yeah, no shit, nobody does. Buffalo Wild Wings sucks. The point is we get to hang out, and you get to watch my fat ass eat a bunch of fucking disgusting ass wings, and we get to film it.
No, and I understand. I don't mind the hanging out part. And it's not like I'm trying to ignore you. This is the end of the school year. I've got a lot of things going on, trying to figure out time frames with my kids. There's a lot of family stuff coming up. We have 35, no less than 35 concerts coming up that we are all going to and being a part of. I'm not trying to not hang out with you. It's that certain things I cannot do. On Tuesday is one of my busiest days of work. I'm not going to leave work at 5 o'clock, get in my car to get up to your house by 6:50 just to go see a movie that's coming out eventually.
What movie?
I don't know. You're going to some secret screening on Tuesday.
Oh, the Russo brothers.
Who fucking cares? It's going straight to Netflix. It's going to suck.
bet.
Who cares? It's The Gray Man 3. I don't fucking know.
I like the Gray Man.
Did too, but I don't. I saw
it's
it
got
once,
Bobby
didn't need to
Brown
see it
in it.
again.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
No,
As soon
my
as I saw her
prerogative,
on there,
Bobby Brown.
yeah, new additions in
This,
the movie.
this big comeback.
He's like, "Hey, do you got one of the proton packs for my little brother?"
I saw a new
That's
edition
fine.
in concert.
Of course you
you
did.
did.
It was fucking.
But you know what I mean?
fantastic.
Like,
Yeah,
you know, when you said, "Hey, you'll bend over backwards," you make all these plans with these other people. No, I don't. I say, "Hey, I do the same thing with that." Hey, sure, let's maybe go do something. I might possibly, don't know, probably not, go to New York Comic Con. That sounds horrifying because the weekend after we're going to fucking Vegas. 2 weeks in a row traveling sounds horrifying.
I know.
Just
I have
like
to-
I'm going to go and do stuff in San Diego for a day.
I have to go
Before
to,
I come back, and if it's still going on, go to Chicago for 2.5 days with you.
We'll have to figure
so,
that out.
like, I'm just saying, like, I do things with you. I'm not trying to blow you off. And don't be a fucking pussy and say, well, if I ask 3 times, you've
Nope,
hit the
just-
limit, and I can
just
never
stop right
ask
there.
you again. No,
End of
just
sentence.
fucking
That's
ask. If
not
I can
what
make
I
it,
said.
you
I
said
s-
if I'm going to
if-
keep asking, and if I
I
just
said
keep getting no, I'm
eventually.
just never going to do it again.
Eventually, I'll stop asking. Is what I
You
said.
should go
Right.
to marriage counseling.
Third,
Get in line.
Third show in a row with the therapy session.
Yeah.
No, I
Therapy
love
part 3.
Yeah, we got to think of like a bad like the trilogy,
Yeah,
The
forever.
War of the Planet of the Whiners or something. like, just
Return to
something
the
stupid.
therapist.
Therapy forever. Starring Christian Bale or something. I don't know. All right.
was
So what do
Valkyrie.
we give the movie?
Yeah, what do you give it, Scott?
I gave it
That was
a 3.5.
Oh, it's a shit movie.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's
terrible.
It's absolutely fucking terrible.
It's a 5. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what anyone says. It's a 5. I'm gonna buy it.
Well, I
I'm gonna-
appreciate.
I'm gonna watch
you,
it every-
validating my picks.
Is that a Criterion or is it a Shout Factory? I couldn't.
It's just a regular. It's
really?
not.
It's
It's
just nothing special.
nothing special.
I did the
They
old.
should be.
I did the old DVD conversion on Vudu, so I own it digitally. I'm
Oh,
just
nice.
yeah, $2. But yeah, I'll probably own it on disc. I'm not going to go as high as a 5. There are some things that did a little drag a little bit, but I think.
Oh,
this is-
great! You fucking piece of shit.
No,
But
he
I-
agrees with me on
but
some
I
shit. You're
think-
just an idiot.
Well, I'm glad that you're happy he agrees with you.
You tried to say there was no plot. You're fucking dumb.
just right on him.
You're out of here.
Strike.
You got to take off your mask.
Yeah, you throw it up.
Hey, I didn't tell you what I did. I bought.
Okay, what'd you
I
do?
bought baseball tickets. I bought a pack where I get every game.
Was it the
for-
160 pack that
Yeah.
gives you like 10 games or
It's
something?
not even 10 games. It's a way more than that.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's
I think I
for-
saw it advertised.
Yeah,
I was like,
for-
this is Aaron.
Yep. I get it for 3 months. I'm really excited about it. So we'll see how many games I don't.
So where are you
go
going to stay when you're always gone and Kim's mad at you?
I talked to her about it. So
You talk to her every time. You still get in trouble.
I know.
Hey, Kim, I'm buying these tickets.
I mean, I guess if you think that's the right decision.
Should I do it? Go ahead. Yeah, she said it was fine.
I don't understand nuance.
She said it was good.
So
Hey, Kim, Harrison Bucker said I can get these tickets.
yeah, the greatest moment in your life is when you married me.
Right. Remember when you had those kids and
Yeah.
your life was fulfilled? Let me fulfill my life with baseball tickets.
Yeah,
Just one ticket.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids. I'll learn their names eventually. Why do you think I named him Harrison? I give it a 4. It's a good movie. It's fun. Yeah, I know. That was like the longest fucking circle.
Oh, that was
I got
fun.
it.
Yeah.
I got it right away.
I give it a 4.
I give it a 4. No, I really did enjoy it. Like I said, the last 10 minutes were the only thing I found really wrong with the movie. I mean, most of it was really fun. It's just fun. It's like, remember when we watched like 1945 or 42 or something like that? And that was like,
don't
I
remember
wanted that to
anything
be.
we watched. I'm kidding. Yes, I remember.
I was going to say, like, I wanted that to be more like 40s fun, and that was boring. Lords of Flatbush, not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. That time period, the music was fun. I liked when they were in the strip club, and he's like, fucking pick up the tempo, gets on the piano, and they can fucking go crazy. And it's so fun. Like, I had a great time watching it.
Yeah.
Definitely a rewatch for me. I'm going to probably own it again. Like I said, I've got the digital, but now I do want the
Now
disc.
I'm going to be looking out.
Which,
to
by the
see-
way, I got a Killer Clowns from Outer Space steelbook.
Hell yeah, me too.
And from here on out, I'm not going to mention any negatives of any movies.
I think you should only mention the negatives. Never talk positive about a movie again.
Anyways,
Especially if he likes it.
If
I just want to see a fight.
If it comes to the New Beb or the Vista, I'm going.
I know you are.
So
And then we'll have to hear about that.
Hey, so what next? What movie we watching next?
So this 1940s Korean drama,
are you ready?
Tarantino loves it.
Hit me with this movie that I've never fucking heard of yet.
Desperately Seeking Susan.
You're so stupid. So
Seen it.
as you know,
Have you?
Yep.
I'm excited.
Next week is the snack show. It's pretty big. I don't know. I got some stuff.
We got some stuff. I got stuff I'm bringing.
yeah.
I was going to bring your pickle chips. I forgot.
It's okay.
We got pickled macaque.
You'd have to think about me.
No, I had I have a box on my table, like literally right there, and I was just, I was
the
mad
joke?
about the time change and like, oh, okay, I guess I had to be there at 6. I didn't realize, so like,
Oh,
I just
don't be mad. I said it was fine.
No, I'm mad.
Okay.
I have to change my score to a 2.5.
I'm mad. Yeah, Aaron said so.
I know. I saw his comment. So argue with Scott. Anyways,
People love the drama.
Thanks
so
for great content.
next week is the snack show. Well, I mean, there's a ton of stuff in this bag. It's all gonna suck. So just know that it's all gonna taste like
It's all gonna
shit.
suck.
And we
It's
got
all
some
pickle flavored.
drinks and stuff too. So we'll be ready for that. However, the movie I'm picking after that is 1984.
Seen it.
Have you? Cool.
The movie.
Directed by Alex
George Orwell.
Directed-
Heard of him?
Directed by Alex Cox.
Starring
Star-
Steve Cox.
starring Harry Dean Stanton and Emilio Estevez.
Oh my God, are you doing Repo Man?
Yes.
I've seen it too.
Okay, well, he hasn't seen it.
I thought you've seen it.
Oh, you have?
Can't pick it.
Well,
you
all
broke
right.
the rules.
Can't break the rule. You said you hadn't seen it.
Seen Repo Man.
Oh, okay.
Repo
Well, that's
Man's
fine.
great.
I have a backup. I always have a backup. Which
Change
is
it
the
to
first
Men at
time
Work.
I've ever needed a backup.
I've seen Men at Work.
That's what I
I love Men at Work. I don't think we've had that happen where actually we have to
Men
do
at
this
Work
on the
was
fly.
like the cable guy before cable guy.
right.
I used to love it because that's where I learned golf clap.
Yep.
I love
Oh,
Men at
hit the
Work.
backup. You want me to pull one of mine?
No.
Yeah, you know it's going to get 5 stars.
2012.
Ah,
film.
shit, I ruined it. We should have stuck with 84.
Yep, never seen Repo Man.
Sorry, I love Maximum Overdrive.
Who's in that one?
Just find another Estevez movie.
Yeah.
Emilio.
Have you seen the third Mighty Ducks?
You guys,
He's-
just let me know when you're done. So.
No, this is the best part of the show.
Directed by Lee Daniels.
Ah, fuck.
Harry
Just
Dunn.
kidding, go ahead.
Starring Matthew McConaughey, Zac Efron. It's called The Paperboy.
Who is that, Jack?
I'm looking for the office of Ward Jansen of the Miami Times.
I work for the Times. This here is Miss Charlotte Bless.
Oh, not for long. Hillary and I are engaged to be married. Everything you need to know about Hillary Van Wetter that's been in the papers is here in these boxes. Now, and our exciting correspondence is in the bottom box. I really just want to thank you for helping me get Hillary out of that hellhole.
Well, I wouldn't go booking the honeymoon just yet.
Oh,
But we all gonna fight this sentence in the way it came about.
That man is dangerous. Loving him is dangerous.
It's about the murder of Sheriff Call. I understand the judge allowed testimony based on evidence that he never even saw.
Dangerous.
paper boys? What they gonna do for us?
Deputies say they found the sheriff's body at 6 a.m., but it was the way he was killed. That's what makes everybody assume it was you.
I ain't the only one carrying a machete around here.
What really happened?
You look a little young to be a journalist.
You can get your man out of jail, wouldn't you?
You don't love him.
You don't know that. Hillary ain't so bad, and I'm not so good. I've got another side.
Tell him we got Hillary out. Governor's gonna pardon him.
Yeah. Petrol in the store.
I don't think I'm gonna lie living in a swamp.
Charlotte tapped down on.
What do you want me to say, man? Gotta get her out of there, what? You put your hands on me again, I'll mess you up.
Somebody will cut you to the last.
I know what you came for. Got what you want.
Jack, I really messed up this time.
Stop fucking me, boy! You son of a bitch! Come on!
Where you going, paper boy? Ain't no way out of this.
It's based off the video game Paperboy, where you would just go up in the street throwing papers
Through
at
people's windows, and then you get chased by dogs.
I love that video game. I love the arcade version because it had the handlebars.
Yes.
This does not get good reviews, but
Great. Don't be mad when you get a 2.
I can't believe I never pick any good. You guys hate the movies I pick.
No, because we've seen the movies he's picked. Repo Man. As soon as you said Harry Dean Stanton.
I don't want to read the whole plot. I was trying to look for a plot synopsis, but this gives me the whole entire plot. So
I mean, it's Paperboy. What else does he do?
It's going to be a fucking like legal drama. I'm
anyways,
so
you
mad.
like Efron. I like Efron. It's been
I
on my
do like
radar
Zac
for a
Efron.
while. So
Even
this
he's-
is before the weird surgery. So
He's got his weird jaw now.
he doesn't have it now. in
I
this
heard he
movie.
broke his jaw, and that's why they had to wire
Correct.
it shut.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody's like, that's not.
No, he looks like that one fucking dude from the 80s that had that big jaw that was always the bad guy in all the like Invasion USA movies.
The guy from that kids show that wore
Oh.
the blue outfit. I don't know what
Like
I'm
the
thinking.
pie man, yeah.
He died of cancer. You can't
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're not making fun of him. He just
I'm
had
saying, but
the,
that's
he had the
what he looked
prosthetics, had the big
like, yeah.
chin. Also, you know what? I'm glad he's dead.
Snidely whiplash chin, whatever.
Morgan Spurlock. Jesus.
Yeah. Finally caught up to him. Just kidding.
Dude, everyone's same joke.
I know, it's so stupid. The internet's dumb.
Did the McDonald's kill him?
It's like, dude, that was 25 years ago.
That was the first thought in my head, and I said, no way.
No,
But
Satan, not today.
I'm the only person who thought of that, and sure enough, every single news outlet said, must have been the McDonald's. Must have been the McDonald's. I'm like,
No, the internet's stupid.
please, I hope you all die of cancer.
All of you are stupid out there. Please like and subscribe. Rate the show.
Not our listeners, the people who make those jokes. But yes, like and subscribe, YouTube. I'll watch it later. Jordan's never going to post anything again.
No, I've had a few things going
I
on
know,
with the
I know,
computer,
I know.
so I fixed it. I am going to get
Hell yeah.
the shows edited up and running again. I'm trying to get verified. I'm going to try to get some other stuff going.
My wife is never going to post
She's
on
never
this.
going to post on there.
We
so.
do need to kind of
Do you know what she told
post
me?
out ahead when we're going
Fuck
to go
you.
live
No.
so we can get more people to kind of
Yeah.
hop on.
Well, yeah, we got to get a better schedule. I think we've been kind of
we're flippy
nebulous
floppy.
because of vacations
Nebulous.
and sicknesses
I like
and stuff
that.
like that. I'm sorry, big word.
No, I like it.
Okay.
It's fucking what's her
To-
face
to-
from Doctor Who,
International
Gillian Anderson. or
preservation.
whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So if you want to do that, you want to go over there and like and subscribe. Do you know what Kim said to me?
What'd she say?
She said, "Well, I'll
You're
post."
never home?
No, she said, "I'll post on the Instagram, but you have to take the pictures and get everything ready and
You
tell
have
me
to pay
everything."
me.
And I'm like, "No,
Then
that's
what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
I could do that. If I already gathered everything, I
Yeah.
could just hit post.
Exactly. So
I'm going to tell you right now
you don't
that
care.
to
We
post
know. Look at
every
you.
freaking picture of like
Well,
every snack.
yeah, if we're going to do snacks,
No.
I always just do like everything that's on the table, I'll take a picture. That's it. I'm not going to do one at a time. If I had a list or maybe someone got paid to do a list for us, I don't know.
Jesus.
That went by the wayside.
I
But
know.
Go to YouTube
You
and
got a girlfriend,
watch the fucking
so,
video.
I mean, Aaron, if you still want to fucking do that, I'll still pay you for it. I might not. I might be poor, but jobless. now.
I'm poor.
Yeah, but I'll still pay you, brother.
But yeah, so I'll be ramping it up a bit. What's good is that I'll have more time during the day because I'm not picking up my kid up from school. So like my lunches, I can do those kinds of things in the midday because I'm not driving to pick kids up from school during the week because summer started, and I'm happy that I get a little bit more. free time
Like
back.
I said, I'll have more time with my new job. I'll be getting off at like noonish, something like that, and I'll have all fucking day to clean this room.
Guys, look what I found on the side of the house. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Right? Like when he said, "Yeah, I can get it set up beforehand." I'm like, "No, you won't. I'll come in and the things will be charging on the floor at 70%. We're lucky that this
Oh,
has
no.
60%.
No, because I knew we could do it in here. Otherwise, if we would have had to do it out in the living room, I would have had everything set up.
Guys, I've already got this plan. When I get this new job, I'm going to organize this room.
Going to have so much free time for all the activities.
Yeah, so much.
Are we ready to get out of
activities.
here? Next week's snack show. Tune in.
Holy shit, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, dude. Let's get out.
The hell am I
Let's
doing
go.
here?
I am Aaron.
I'm Jordan.
And Scott.
Wait, you got to wait till the camera switches over to
The
you.
fucking lights on.
Okay, but that doesn't. But it takes a minute to.
The light is green, the trap is clean, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Big gulps,
Bye.
Big gulps. Well, see you later.